ain't no place to hide. Full send mode, got nothing to lose. If you're in my path, better tighten those screws.
I see you hiding, back and slow. Ain't no place for cowards, bro. The stakes break, time to drive. I'm going down, track shot live.
Boom, smash, crank it up high. Track shot live, send him to the side. Twist that metal, bend that frame. One last crash and I'm taking this game.
Smoke pours out, axles twist. Front end folded but I still exist. Tires pop, frames collapse. One more hit and the ride gets scrapped.
Flags go up, sticks come down. If you ain't repping, get out of town. No sandbagging, no last minute job, I'll line it up.
Track shot live.
Boom, smash, crank it up high. Track shot live, send him to the sky. Twist that metal, bend that frame. One last crash and I'm taking this game.
Smoke pours out, axles twist. Front end folded but I still exist. Tires pop, frames collapse. One more hit and that ride gets scrapped. Flags go up, sticks come down. If you ain't wrecking, get out of town. No sandbagging, no last minute jive, I'll line it up. Track shot live.
Boom, smash, crank it up high. Track shot live, send him to the sky. Crush that front end, twist those wheels. Mad dog fury, bringing the steel.
Big flames, fire and dirt. No regrets, just wrecking work. Mad dog running, wheels still spin. Last car rolling, I'll win.
Boom, smash, crank it up high. Track shot live, send him to the sky.
Trophies mine, metal flies. Crush, wreck, twist, do or die.
back tire gonna fall off. We got this.
And 3, 2, 1, let's derby. My goodness, folks, I am so excited to be sitting here in 2025 Chaos in Clearwater. We've got the Mr. Famous, Mr. Awesomeness, Mr. himself. Nope, I was talking about you, actually. Andy Hansen, he's the cream of the cupcake today. And we got Anthony Wallace down on the end. Obviously, everybody knows Anthony Wallace. He is our social media technical engineer, doing all that stuff. We've been watching things going.
That's the number 2 name right there.
That was professional, wasn't it?
I guess, yeah.
All right, there it is. All right, you guys, if you don't know who's sitting in the middle of the cream of the cup, this is Andy Hansen, local from Minnesota up here. We had the privilege to have him on last year for a little bit, and he kind of enjoyed it to a certain point. He's a little bit shy at times, but we said, hey, guess what, Andy? We want you back. TSL, the family, wants you back. So welcome, my friend.
It's tough being shy, but thanks. Appreciate it.
I liked it how you picked up the paperwork and you're going to look all professional when the camera comes on live. I don't know if you guys picked up on that at home or not or anything like that, but he'll do whatever he can from Hansen Motorsports to put the professional edge on many different things.
Yeah, but isn't part of the deal knowing the drivers kind of too, huh?
I don't know. I just wing that. I mean, I don't know. That looks like Bob, Chuck, Harry,
yeah,
Richard.
Just nosy, I guess.
Yeah, there it is.
It'll be all right.
Yep. So Anthony and Bill flew in yesterday. Anthony's flight, we had some bad weather coming through Minnesota yesterday. They had to circle Canada a couple times.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Pretty
sure we did.
Before they dropped into Minneapolis St. Paul Airport. So we grabbed him, and then we only had about a 40-minute jaunt to wait for Bill. So we went and drove through traffic for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
To get Bill. Got back to the ranch last night and had a nice little dinner and socialized, got caught up on some stuff and everything like that. And we wanted to come up last night, put the trailer up and everything like that, maybe have a couple of social moments with the Hanson family and everything.
I was waiting.
Yeah, but it's raining like a son of a gun up here.
Well, we need the moisture, you know.
Yeah, all 6 inches in one night.
Yeah, all 18 inches in the past 4 days. We got enough. It's good to go now.
The lake's finally back up to the level it's supposed to be in the backyard.
Man. It's high.
Is it?
Everything is. Yeah. Everybody you talk to, you go out and about, and what are you doing? Oh, fixing my sump pump. I've heard it 10 times in the last couple days. There's just been a lot. It's good for now.
Yeah. Well, hats off to the track guys here. The track crew put this thing together. They did the right thing. They let it sit there and dry out for a little bit. They took maybe about 2-3 inches off of it, and they found a great hard pack underneath it. It dried up real nice. We got a nice gentle breeze. The sun was trying to pop out for a while, but at least Mother Nature gave us the breeze.
It's supposed to be coming out around 5, 6, 7 o'clock, but now we keep pushing that back the way it said. But that's what the forecast said. Went by here yesterday, blew by on County Road 7 here, and wasn't a lot of dirt showing.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of dirt showing, but sounds like they got it pretty good. Sounds like they had a truck out there test driving it. He said as far as traction was, there's no problem. It just didn't matter. He said whichever way you turn the wheel, it just wanted to go straight, but it looks a lot better now.
Yeah, no doubt about it, I mean, they pulled a good 40, 50 yards of material off of this thing.
Oh, we got the national anthem, too.
Oh, they got it coming out. Here we go, you guys. Sorry, we got to cut the audio during that because of copyrights. It's I think you should be able to play the national anthem in any way you want. That is our song of America, and I have always liked that skid loader rodeo right there. Thanks to Ziegler Cat for donating these equipment and everything like that to make track preparation and track clearing the absolute best that it can be. Once again, hats off to Ziegler Cat. If you need any equipment, rental equipment, parts, service, or anything of the sort for Caterpillar, please look up Ziegler right here in our Twin City area.
I'm excited tonight. Got 6 heats.
Yeah.
6 heats of action coming out here. Looking at Power Wheels, I'm really excited about the trucks. That's going to be killer. Quite a few trucks. What else do we have? Youth compacts?
The youth compacts, they put on a heck of a good show last year. It's kind of a shorter turnout this year for them than what it was, but there's a lot of shows going on around the area. It's a tough draw.
Looks like we've got 6 in the youth compacts, but starting out with Power Wheels, youth compacts, Friday bolt and chain compact, bone stock minivan, half-ton trucks, and then the main class 80 stock.
There's a lot of nice 80s cars out there, boy. We walked around and took a look at those things. What do you think of that, Andy, out there? That's kind of your build.
Looks like some nice bone stock 80s cars. I guess it isn't totally bone stock, but it's a pretty stock set of rules. And then there's a pack of trucks out there.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
I seen the whole Tomsky families here.
There's a couple different groups out there.
Yes.
I think when the flag gets dropped, nice part about it is that we won't have to say a word. It'll be pretty self-explanatory, I quite think.
You guys, I will be standing at the edge of the window watching. I'm sorry, when those trucks get out there, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk. That's going to be a tough one.
They're going to be on it. A lot of those boys, they run around here, and they're all, some are family, some are friends and family, and I don't know what they got in them helmets, but boy, when they clamp them on, it's a whole different deal.
Sometimes I don't think they have anything.
Not
Not a disrespect. I just don't think that the math ain't mathing.
They're good guys. I know them all personally, and you can they could be sitting right here, and they're all just mellow and happy-go-lucky guys, and boy, they really give her. They just give her.
Yeah, the thing of it is, like you bring it down to the Tomsky boys, they'll wreck each other.
They'll
come to the end. It's
Yeah.
for dinner
Yep.
table conversation.
And then they'll be up back there helping each other load and chain down, and probably helping each other fix. I guess I don't know what their setup is, but I'm assuming. I mean, they're good dudes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So now, Andy, we were last year or 2 years ago. We had Part City up here. We had a young gal up here talking about. She was a manager. Miranda.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. How about that as a long-term sponsorship right there that has been here for a while? I mean, hats off to the great sponsors like that. Clearwater's a smaller town north of the cities. Population of, I don't know,
2,500 maybe.
I was going to say I don't think it's touching.
I don't think it's 3,000. I see they just moved the city limit sign out a ways and put a new number on there, but I think it's under 3,000.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a small community now. I mean, this is kind of like a northern travel city. I mean, it's got a great Nelson Brothers truck stop. Everybody stops at for going to the cabin and stuff like that. Or, you stop the road before and dive off to Andy Hansen's house. Before he was on the north side of the road, now he's on the south side of the road. So, I had to go the extra 4 miles to get my bear claw,
I made it worth your while.
Yeah, it was always good.
But no, those people there, I'll tell you what, it's a husband and wife owned. Their employees are like family to them. Miranda, like I say, she came on, did a good deal. Talk to her all the time. All them guys up there, they'll do anything for you. I mean, they're one of the most hands-on parts stores that you'll go to nowadays. And the derbies that I put on, they've also been gracious enough to help me as well.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we got the Power Wheel starting out there right there. You got the split screen seeing it. You got the number 12 end of Nora Greenslit, the 24 of Kaisley Bidwell, the non-numbered Julie Sundberg, and Sean Sundberg running the next vehicle, and Isabella Blanchard driving the number 8. You guys, this is the pure future of Demolition Derby right here. Any way you want to look at it, we need these kids getting out there and having fun and being introduced to what the track is all about.
Yep, definitely.
No, Anthony takes off and he goes and does what he does. This is how this works, Andy. So then now you're put on the spot.
So he's just gone.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So then as soon as I got to go do the interview, it's going to be just you up here. So then you've got to keep the neighborhood happy and keep talking about stuff.
I'm possibly going to have to check my contract on that.
You guys, I've been privileged to call Andy Hansen a friend for many, many years here in Minnesota. We've been across the country in different derbies. We've been on the side of liking each other. We've been on the side of disliking each other on the track, unfortunately. Yep. And we've had fun all the way around. And I'm super excited to be sitting here with you and kind of doing something fun for the Derby family.
How long has it actually been?
Oh, my God. His crazy thing is somebody asked me that in the pits when I said that I talked to you into coming up here with us. And I said it's got to be 25 years.
It's more than that, because 25 years, I'm not real good with math, but that would only put us back to 2000.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be 35, somewhere in there. It's been a long time.
It's been a long. My God, that's actually horrible when you start thinking about that. Yep. That just aged us a little bit more.
But we did gain 2 things, though. We both got gray hair now. and we're both overweight.
Well, at least we're common.
Yeah, we
at
get
least
that.
we're common,
Yep.
man. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
I told Andy I was sneaking in closer and closer to him. He's like, I think that's close enough, Tix.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping. Would it be easier to move the chairs apart and just move that back a tad? Can
Yeah.
that work?
Well, I was trying to figure out, Bill's a professional at angles and stuff like that. It's like, why can't you take 50 pounds off of me?
Yeah, it don't work like that.
No.
The camera does the exact opposite, I've heard.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's exactly it. You got the kids out there. They're fighting those power wheels a little bit. The track's got some clips. They got the front end of that one is falling off of there.
Yeah, nothing some zip ties won't help.
No, exactly.
See, we got a couple spectators standing out there watching from Kansas even.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We got you got old
Bob Skip Johnson.
Yeah, Bob Skip Johnson, and I was John blanking his brother's name all of a sudden.
Dwayne.
Yeah,
Dwayne. Yep.
Dwayne. Happy to see him standing.
Yep, he's doing the best he can. He's had some health troubles. Good to see him back up and about, and
Yeah,
seen him here last year at the Derby. And boy, back in the day, those guys when Bob was up here, they'd come to the house and we'd chew the fat too,
Well, so if you guys are talking about health and everything like that, so Skip, he's down in Skinny's World down there in Ottawa,
Yep.
Kansas, and he'll be taking care of the dogs next week while they go on down to see the family for Bubbles' mom and dad's 50th anniversary.
Really?
Yep. So they're going to be going down to Kentucky where mom and dad are for the 50th, and Skinny's feeling healthy enough, thank God, to go down there and see that. And Skip, he said that he'd come over and take care of the dogs and help them out. So
Last time I saw him on his little Facebook Live stint there, he actually looked and sounded a lot better than he has been.
yeah, he's got some great positive outlooks going on. He's got a baby on the way to make him a granddaddy, and he's got some great things to look forward to in life. So he's struggling, just like those kids out there. They got a great thing to look forward to. They've got Demolition Derby in their blood already. Look at them out there having fun on that track, you guys.
Yep, they're doing her up.
My little dude Jace Pogus, I had to go check on him, and I wanted to get a video of him running to add to our interview earlier, and he's had some problems out of the gate. And
Oh, did he really?
yeah, he's not very happy. I mean, he's not showing out, but you can see the look of determination in his face. I came walking up earlier just to look at a truck we got here, guys, and this little boy just came running. He's 6.5 years old, he said. Came running, wanted to show me the damage on his uncle's truck. It was a real treat. We made friends, did an interview, and we had a good time, so I had to go check on him.
Yep, they get into it, boy. I tell
They
you
do.
what, they do. They get into it.
And then later, after him, we met a 14-year-old. Whoops.
Yeah,
Ticks,
don't worry about the
ticks.
fence, Tick. Just mow it right down.
He just walked right through it, guys.
Oh boy,
No, it's something. He's a treat.
he is.
He's a national treasure.
You never run out of having fun. He always
Yeah.
is fun though.
State treasure.
Yeah, it's fun.
Minnesota State treasure. That would be better. But yeah, guys, we finished the Power Wheels here. Got the Youth Compact's going to be coming out. Let's see if Ticks. Do I need to turn Ticks on? Huh? Ticks. I don't think he's talking yet. But we got the Youth Compact's going to be coming off, I believe, leading off Brady. How do you say that name? Colt?
Colt, I would say.
Carter Greenslit, Tanner Stang, Johnny Norris, Jacob Coffey, and Layla Gordon going to be out here later in the Youth Compacts. Trying to get our technical difficulties figured out here. Tix has got a mic for the arena. And he's going down there to talk to some. Andy, when's the last time you ran?
Probably, I guess it would be Gold Rush last November.
I swear I told Tix, I said, I've never met you before, but I said, I've seen him run a couple times, and I couldn't remember where it was.
Yep, I think Gold Rush, and it just, everything kind of piled up, and Gold Rush is at a cool time, don't get me wrong, but you come home,
Yep.
you got 2 trucks, you got 2 ruined cars, you got all the stuff you got to fix and repair, and it just got to be a lot. So haven't hit nothing this spring or early summer. I don't even know what we're in now. Is it still spring or is it summer? I don't know. But
Let's see. What is today?
yeah, it's got to be summer now.
Yeah,
It's
June
almost the
21st,
4th.
I think it is, yeah.
So got some in the works. Not sure exactly where yet, but got some in the works.
Now, you do some parts too, don't you?
Yep. A lot of sliders, rear ends, make engine mounts, got a lot of do-it-yourselfer stuff that people can come pick up. Been centering a lot of wheels lately, doing some wheel and tire combos, a lot of different stuff like that.
Sure.
Enough to keep a guy. I'm just a one-man band pretty much, you know.
Just something to do.
Yep.
Where can they find that at if they're wanting to order something from you?
Basically, it's on. I have my own page on Facebook, Hanson Motorsports.
Motorsports
on Facebook, and then pretty much anybody in this sector that knows me. I mean, my number's floating around out there. Usually, it's pretty Greek, but just a text message or a call is about the easiest to get the ball rolling. But
oh, we got some cars coming on the track here.
Old Lucky Seven's rolling on right off the bat.
I don't know who that.
I would say every entry you got there is not that.
Yeah, every entry I've got there's no 7.
You got a 30X and a 5C out there.
You got the 5C, Carter Greenslet out there. The 30X is going to be Braden Quilt. I know we're butchering that name, Braden, and I'm sorry, but I've never seen that before.
I think it's Colt.
Colt? Just the silent U.
Yep, you got looks like an 816 coming, and
yeah, the 816 going to be Jacob Coffey, 747 of Layla Gordon, and the 777 of Johnny Norse.
Yep, the 777 is the pink one that's on the track. I don't see a 7.
The 777 is second car up from the end, Andy, the peach-colored orange.
Peach or pink, yeah. I don't see the 747, though.
No, that may be, let's see, I see that number 7 is Tyler Stang. So he's got the number 7 on there, and he's registered as number 11, but that's our issue.
Okay.
But the little, the Johnny Norse I was talking about, we met him earlier, 14 years old.
He's in that pink car, right?
Yeah, it's like a late model Ford something. And said he came home one day, his mom did, and said, I want to do Demolition Derby. And they don't know anything about cars. They found him a pre-run body that kind of had a cage in it. And for Christmas, they bought him a welder.
Yep. And
she said he stays on YouTube. He's taught himself how to weld.
Yep.
He's done all that. And I looked at some of his welds. I mean, they're flux core, but they're pretty good.
Yep.
I'm thoroughly impressed with the kid, and we were talking him over, showing him a few things, and you can tell he's just doing it for passion. All right, we've got another car pulling in.
747.
Okay, that's Layla Gordon then coming in.
So basically they're all there, just must have had a number change on the Stang car.
Tyler Stang.
Yeah, but back to the welding thing. I mean, I started with an arc welder.
Yeah.
Then I moved to a flux core.
Yep, me too.
And then a wire feed, then another wire feed, and now 2 wire feeds. And
sometimes I miss the flux core just for the metal prep you have to do.
Yep.
Like, it's nice to just go.
Just let her
All
rip.
right, we got a countdown here. Green flag. The 5C there, Carter Greenslick going back, taking it downtown. You can't see who's getting after.
30X. He got it the 30X car, I think.
Layla's down here on the end, 747 lining it up.
Turn back on.
No, this is good. It's this. It cuts in and out. This track is tacky as can be, you guys. I was out there walking around and taking a look at it.
Uh-oh, Johnny's coming into one head on here. Drove right into it. Even his tires ticks. I don't know if we were telling. I was telling Andy, but Andy, you can see from here his tires. He didn't have mud tires, so he found some good street tires and grooved them.
Yep.
Made his own. I've got to commend the kid. That's dedication and.
Yep. Little drive and ambition. He'll start to see more of that guy, I'm sure.
He'll go a long way.
Well, it all starts off with track time and wheel time. That's what makes you better all the way around.
Yep. The more serious you get at a younger age, sometimes the better off it is to have something broke, because then you learn, okay, time to fix this or change that so it doesn't happen again.
Well, what a great shot. He came all the way back and used that rear end of that car into the back end. He folded that other one in hard. And just the positive spirit that kid carried was good.
See, he's got a caddy rail or something on the front the way it looks, huh?
Yeah.
He's driving the back of it.
He is. Swing and a miss right there. Wow. Good shot laid down by that 5C right there. And he's out there against some pretty good drivers. The Stang family, obviously, that's a name of Demolition Derby in the area.
Yep. They're seeming to do more and more.
Are they pulling something off the tractor? Was that a bumper?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Way down the other end, there's too many people to see that whole far end, actually.
Yeah, looking on our screen right there, we're seeing there's some commotion down there. We can't quite tell exactly what it is. So, oh, they're actually, there's a concern on the track there. The first responders are going out there. Hats off to the Clearwater Fire and Rescue first responders right there. They've got a couple of the big fire trucks and the first responder unit and everything. It's just the safety of these shows are proven by, the equipment that all the first responders bring and top-notch quality of them.
They know what they're up against, too. I seen the last guy was carrying a bag of ice already.
Yep.
Know what they're up against.
Yeah, no doubt.
You ever been, that's a good trivia question while we're on red flag here. You ever had yourself any sort of a medical condition that you either needed assistance at the Derby or the next day type thing?
Jeremy Litcher gave me one. Balsam Lake, I fractured my sternum. I ate the steering wheel.
Ouchie.
I was about a foot away from the wall, and it come down to him and I for 1 and 2, and he lit her up on the rear of me and put me into the wall, and I took that shot, and then I took the wall shot, and then I took the steering wheel shot, and that was the worst one. I got rolled over and got sprung over pretty hard, but that was just kind of a little more or less figure out which way the marbles need to be back in the melon. But no, the sternum one, that was a tough one there. That one still reminds me today.
Takes a while to recover from them too.
Yeah,
I've had 2 broken wrists. Luckily enough, equal opportunity, broke that one and that one, so that's 2. And then a lot of getting rung up. You get sore or whatever, but otherwise not the worst. Rollovers, that got to be an epidemic for a while there. I think I've been in like 10 or 12 of them. I don't even know anymore. I just lost track. But
quick counting when you had to take his shoes off.
Yeah. It's a bad deal when you're a little bit bigger fella and you start coming out like a turtle from under. It's kind of tough on that stuff. But
I seen Andy's butt crack a couple times coming out of windows and stuff like that. So I've witnessed a couple of them.
Oof.
But the thing of it is people talk about the danger of the sport and everything like that don't really know the sport. I mean, 35 plus years of Demolition Derby, and we're talking about minor incidents, and it's I watched somebody in a checkers game get hurt. So I mean, there's a lot worse things that a person could be doing, and I'm sure there's a lot safer things.
Well,
but
I got a few years on you, but this I'm at 40.
Oh man.
Yep, 40. That's
God.
It's and just so everybody knows, it's nothing like it was the first year. Not even close.
I'll tell you, I can tell you a story about down at a New Year's Derby. It was about 3 a.m. I still had some car left, and I had enough of the Derby. I just climbed out. I'm like, I'm done. I can't win this thing. And the teams were getting there. The individuals were getting down there against us, and I just looked over at Andy, and I just climbed out of my car and went to the motorhome and went to bed.
That was in Columbus, wasn't it?
Columbus, yeah.
That's where it was indoor. I ended up sitting outside that building. The monoxide got so bad. I think I pretty much did the same thing. I sat outside, and it was cold, too.
Yeah, freezing.
Sat outside, and it was cold. Just try to gather a guys. So.
All right, we're back under green. Oh, nope, they're going back red flag here.
That was a very brief green.
Yep. They got a fire out there. They got a fire. Bill zooming in to show you what's going on there.
I was watching your Facebook Live earlier. Bill can run.
Bill can run. Yeah. He's not a marathon. He's a sprint.
He can run. Not big into being chased by you with the camera. I could tell that in a heartbeat.
Hats off to Uncle Bill and everything like that. With the Track Shot Live, with what Bill does for everything, bringing the great entertainment to you guys, we couldn't do it without him. I mean, I get it. It's a team effort and everything like that, but hats off to the technology and everything that Bill brings here. Counting it back down to a green flag. Wow.
Looks like it's possibly become a 3-horse race here.
Yeah.
Pretty good noses on 2 of those yet.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it seems to be they know how to drive, and they look like they're well-built cars also. nice shot right in the center of the screen for you guys from the 5C on the 816.
Seems fairly unfazed by that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it was going to be payback time, but didn't quite line up.
Oh, smart drivers, you know, they're keeping themselves clean off of those corner shots and everything like that, steering out of them. Oh, that one folded the bumper on the yellow Camry.
Yeah.
God, those things are noisy.
Hey, they are for a four-cylinder, man. They're loud.
You know, you sit there and you listen to a small block Chevrolet, that if it had that bark to it, you think that'd have to have like a 215 valve in it, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is when you get that bark to those motors. Well, Andy, you know motors. I mean, you know which ones make some noise and which ones don't.
I got enough knowledge to be dangerous. That's about it. I can find my way around them okay, but yeah, they big valves, big noise. That's usually what you get.
Yep. Look at that, playing a little ringer on the rosy. They're chasing each other. That 5C is looking really good there. They got a lot of run on it.
I think it's that Colt or whatever. No.
Carter Greenslit.
Greenslit.
And the 816 of Jacob Coffey. Jacob is from southern Minnesota down there by Wanamingo, I believe.
Back in the day, they used to have a real big derby down there. Isn't Casson close to Wanamingo?
Yeah, Casson's right there.
That used to be a big show.
That was on the racetrack there and everything.
Yep.
That was a fun show.
Yep.
I got knocked out there.
They used to pack them in. You didn't add that to your list of injuries.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I was going to say, I got knocked out there.
Imagine that. You got knocked out and now you forgot.
Exactly. Wow, they caught corner to corner on that one. Did somebody get a drive axle? I think that 5C of Carter Greenslit might have lost an axle on that one.
It's definitely looking like it stalled out for sure.
Yeah, that Jacob Coffey got in on that axle hard when they came around. That was an unfortunate. Just cleared that bumper and that 4x4 tube got in on that wheel tight.
And by the looks of things, the plan is to make sure that job is done.
Yeah, we call that accomplishment where I come from. And that young man is doing exactly that.
Doing a very good job driving.
That's one of those piranhas in the blood water right there, you know.
Yep, very little damage on the car, too. A little bit on the driver's side rear, but otherwise he's got himself a nice machine there yet.
And how about a performer? He is putting on a show for you guys at home also. Look at that. We're going to give a little shout out to some of his sponsors right there. Oh, 5C fired right back up. Congratulations.
Not the drive axle, apparently.
Nope. They're just letting a little bit of smoke out of the motor.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's for home entertainment. Ooh, no, he did. Greenslit got fired back up again. It looked like he stalled over there again.
Oh, bumper on the track. As soon as he backs up, I'm afraid that one's going to be laying there. Oh, he's got suspension trouble bad now.
He's wingtailed there.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah. That one's not going to move, I don't suspect.
Yeah. If I'm a gambling man, I'm going against it. I apologize, Mr. 5C. All right, as that Jacob Coffey on the 816 is giving the hammer down on the 5C of Carter Greenslit. Let's shoot out a couple. That's it. So we're going to give a shout out to some of these sponsors right here. You got Blondie's Butcher Shop and Cannon Falls Auto Repair GMC. GMC Property Services, Grove Valley Farms, Not Machine and Repair, Southern Minnesota Irrigation, the Mr. Ganrud, Kirk Ganrud family. Thank you so much for sponsoring Young Jacob Coffee, putting on one heck of a show right here at 2025 Chaos in Clearwater.
But 816's good car yet.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, another thing is, hats off to Carter Greenslit. That was, driving a heck of a good run right there.
Yep, gave it what he had.
Yeah. You got that Johnny Norris out there walking around shaking hands. That kid's only 14. He looks like he's 21 years old. He's got he was driving that pink car there that you just seen in the instant replay right there, laying on the smack there.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be over 6 foot.
Yeah. As I was looking at him, I was like, man, you look like you're 20.
Got himself a weave going, too.
That's I asked him. I said, you cut your hair since you started derby? He goes, no.
He's pumped, too.
Yeah.
He's fist pumping and everything else.
Well, they were running right through him. They were getting the bolt chain ready to run right away and everything like that. So.
Yep. Probably worried about the weather. We could use a little rain,
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what, Hunter's going to sit down with you for a second here. I'm going to go try to grab Mr. Jacob Coffee real quick.
Okay. These are in order, I'm assuming. The bolt and chain's next. You're a lot skinnier.
A little bit more room for you.
Yeah, you're a lot skinnier, no doubt about that.
How's everybody from Truck Shot Live doing today?
Boy, I tell you what, it's pretty good so far.
Yeah.
That was a real decent start out. Kids really laid it down. They're getting, Bobcats are right on it too. There's seconds before the track's cleaned off here. It looks like we have a bolt and chain compact class next.
Okay.
It's looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fellas or 11 competitors in there. A lot of local names around the area here that run hard up in this area, so it'll be
should be a pretty good show out there.
It'll be a good heat.
I am happy about when we got here this morning. Track was a little wet.
Yep.
They scraped it, did a little bit of work to it. She's turned out really nice.
Yeah, they had zero problems getting around out there.
Right.
I noticed the last two. I noticed they were running V-tread tires, and obviously that probably does help a lot. But they were getting around. Turning good. So.
Right.
You got to do what the elements will give you.
Right, exactly. We're hoping the rest of the show this weekend will be a really nice show. The track, by what the base is on this thing, is I think it'll withstand the weather.
Yep, there is a chance of the R word tomorrow morning, slightly, I guess, but it's supposed to get very sunny and very warm tomorrow. So,
right.
I'm sure we'll transition right from all this water into 1,000,000% of humidity. But that's summer. That's what it is. Got to take it.
Right. You act like you've been on here once or twice.
No, just that one time, You know that guy. He's so persuasive. And have you ever noticed, anytime he gives you an idea, he makes it sound like it's a good one?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I've gone on a lot of journeys with Tix.
Yeah.
But it's always fun in the end.
Oh, yeah.
Never know where you'll end up.
Never seen the guy really in a bad mood. Never saw him bummed out. He's pretty always trying to be happy. And he's out there shaking some hands now, and here he comes with his Mr. Microphone. At least he got rid of the Crocs, huh?
I thought he was going to put it in four-wheel drive.
Yeah, give us
a little bit of a show.
Get one stuck in a mud pie. No, he's all right. All these guys are good. It's quite the service, quite the thing they've built up,
Right, definitely. In the past couple of years, the show's just growing and growing and growing.
Yep.
It's amazing to see the car counts that have rows.
Yep.
From when I first even started here in 21 that I've been up here.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
It is over the last, I don't know, it seems like ever since that C word, that COVID,
Yep.
It seems like car counts have been a little bit tougher to achieve. But they're there. It doesn't seem like it's growing by leaps and bounds from what it was. I'm old school. I've been around forever, but man, back in the day, if you didn't sign up for the Derby, the day the registration opened,
it was full.
You better get your spot in the stands because there was no options. It was either you signed up or you didn't get to run.
Right, I remember those days.
Okay, first car pulling on the track here, John Schultz from St. Cloud. He's definitely a veteran, no doubt about that. 2M, Tyler Morford. Must be from St. Cloud. I see he's got St. Cloud Auto Wrecking and Affordable Signs on there. Affordable Signs. Shout out to Mike Bendel, longtime friend of mine. Guy's been doing signs forever. Here comes the 518 Jacob. I think most people call him Jake, but Jacob Brunson, also from that area. 05 Ben Stang, Clear Lake area. We got the number 9 Austin Branjord. He's from Monticello. Over there in the 0, hopefully he gets her running. That guy there, he's a good dude too. His name is Dennis Schiller. He gets her done whether he's got to or not. No excuse. He'll get her done if he can. We got one guy that pulled in here, a little squirt of blue on the front. Got himself no number. Then we got one with a different color blue on the front, and he's also got himself no number.
There's a lot of no numbers out there, but that's okay.
Something we should probably try and work on. Eight, looks like we got a couple more coming in here somewhere. Shows 11 on the slip, but I don't know how they do their slips here. I don't know if they make the slips after inspection or if it's pre-registration.
Well, it's kind of tough, you know. You come to these shows and like they had literally about 15 cars pre-registered.
Yep.
You know, everybody just shows up and it's kind of a wish and a want, and you know, if you get the car done, if you don't, type stuff
Yep.
like that. I mean, I don't know how many times
things happen.
Right. How many times have you had a car like, oh yeah, we're going, and then all of a sudden a tranny, a this, or that, you know?
It's generally the transmission too. It's always something. It's like old Dennis Schiller out here. I mean, that guy he'll run everywhere if he can get the stuff done. I mean, he just runs. He's just a nice guy. Minds his own business, does the deal. But I guarantee you that car wasn't working like that when he put it on the trailer.
Right.
Because otherwise he wouldn't have came. So
Yep.
I mean, it's mechanical. It's going to give you grief.
Right.
But it sounds like they're going to count her down in any event, and we're going to go with these 8.
The bolt and chain compacts right here, folks. This is a very light, clean build.
Yep. Very, very popular.
Yes.
A lot of the guys that are, like I say, I know probably, well, the first 5, I know them all. It's a build that they like.
There we go. Look at that. We've got another one pulling in. Last minute pulling. You got her running, the 381.
381, that's Hunter Kirchner. You're kind of the veteran here. You should probably be taking the reins and doing all this.
Hey, I was giving you the run of it. You grabbed it and took it over. It's like they're going to, you know, Track Shot family, the Free 99 family is going to kick me out. They're going to be like, we want Andy Hansen.
He says he gave us the run on it. Actually, he just left.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. We're green.
Nice wide angle shot from the end that sees 3/4 of the track right there. That's a nice, good view.
Definitely is.
Wow, what a hit against the wall there. You seen the concrete saying, what did I do?
Pretty sure that was the only person that doesn't like that view.
Yep.
Business is picking up.
Yes, it is. It's serious.
I am liking the mix with all these cars. Got a couple Toyotas, couple Shelby bodies. Oh,
As Micah would say, except he always says it the other way, I think that time old Ben got the Stang.
Yeah, that's what it was.
looks like we got a red flag out there.
Something on the other end where the crowd is blocking us again, but they seem to be focusing their attention on that end.
We had a bumper down here on this end that you can't see from the far distance, but yeah, there's a bumper down on this far end that they went and snagged up.
93X running strong. Number 9's running strong. Ben Stang's got a little damage on both ends, but still running. It's like Dennis Schiller couldn't get over his mechanical troubles the way that looks. Can't quite see what's going on the other end, but I'm assuming there's 2 down there that are 2 or 3. Kyle Ball was nice enough there to pick up a wayward inner fender well that just decided it was going to remove itself.
It was time to be gone.
Yep. Got a feeling we're about ready to get the 3-2-1.
Wow, big shot on the top of your screen you just seen there. No.
Really good shot there by the 93.
Yeah, he's no stranger to putting out good shots. Likes to get on the go pedal.
Wow, big shot there by 512. You just seen that coming across there.
518.
518.
Jake Brunson.
See? You are the professional.
No.
Oh, that unfortunately left them stranded there, but down there on that camera angle on the bottom side of the track, you see all kinds of stuff. Red flag.
Looks like they're checking on a driver.
Yeah, that shot down to that far end right there on the right side of your screen, you know, it was kind of a blindsided shot. He was coming around. I don't think he's seen that one.
Those shots always hurt their worst.
Yep. The ones you see don't come and always hurt.
Yep.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
there you go. Uncle
Almost
Bill.
doesn't matter the speed even.
Look at that, Uncle Bill. Catch that replay of that down there. Let's see what we can see on that. There it is. Look at the shot come across, folks. Wow. That was vicious. That was Schultz, wasn't it, that came in and got him?
Yep.
Yeah. There we go. That part-time finger of Uncle Bill's caught that thing in the perfect shot so you guys could see that thing. Live action replay. That's good. The 93 car keeps shutting off there. Did you see that?
That refires immediately though.
Yeah.
Not 100% positive, but the 93 car and the 9 car, I'm pretty sure a couple weeks ago they just went and ran a 2-man team derby together down in Iowa.
I think you're correct on that.
Pretty sure of it.
Good shot there by the 2M.
Yep, right in the wheel.
If I'm not mistaken, I think all three of these guys are kind of buddies. That Tyler
Marford.
Yeah, isn't he kind of run with these guys up here?
Yeah, they're all his sponsors. Yeah, he's definitely from the area, no doubt about it. One's from Monticello, one's from St. Cloud. You see the signs all summer long, let's just put it that way.
What's St. Cloud's County up here?
St. Cloud's kind of almost two. It's kind of split. Stearns County is most of it, and then Benton is the east side of it.
Benton is actually the fair, right? Isn't it?
Yep, Benton is the fair that's in St. Cloud. Stern spare is in Sock Center.
Sock Center.
Yep.
With the telephone poles at the far end.
Yeah. And tires. They used to be just tires years ago, you know, and then you'd get pushed on them and they'd be dragging on you. You know, it's like, it wasn't my choice. I'm just here, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't been there in a couple of years. They may have upgraded their track up there. I know Benton County last year we used all Jersey barriers and backed them on the two ends anyway with dirt, and then the grandstand side was backed with dirt, and then the other side was just kind of freestanding, but they were pinned together. But they run their two derbies on a Wednesday and a Saturday, so that as soon as it's over, they have to tear down and get ready for the next event and the next event. And then it's got to be switched daily.
Wow, nice tire shot right there by the 9. Wow, the 93 comes right in the backside there, grabbed onto it. Apologize about the people standing in the camera there. That is handicapped, unfortunately. So.
Yep. Got a tie rod on the 9 car, Austin Brown George. Got his tie rod for sure. Front wheels were doing the wobble.
There we go, red flag. That looks like that's going to be it.
Looks like 93 got it.
All right, you guys are going to try this interview again.
Definitely good action-packed heat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is it over for sure? Yeah, it is over. There's drivers are getting out, I guess. I saw a lot of red flags. Didn't technically see us checkered, but
right.
Like Tick said, there's an awful. You can't see through the people standing in front. So
that was action-packed heat. Compact guys really kept it up this time.
Yep. Unfortunate for Dennis Schiller out there, had mechanical troubles right away.
Staying in the number 5 car.
Wow. Some good noise there. Must be from his mic.
Yep.
In 3rd place, your second place car is. And I assume you're 110.
You get bitched at. Didn't make any friends.
All right, folks, I am standing here with Mr. 93X. He's got the Mad Dog and the W. John, what are you thinking about that, bud?
That's what I was going for.
My goodness, you said that in the pits and I was talking to you. You had the smile. You said, this car, I'm not real happy with it, but I'm going for it.
Yeah. First and Mad Dog's what I always go for. I don't give a shit about the car, what happens to it. I've ran here 4 times, got 4 firsts, 4 Mad Dogs.
Well, I'd say it's a repetition.
I'd say.
Hey, congratulations on it. Thanks for putting on one heck of the show, because I'll tell you what, Track Shot Live was loving it at home. You're seeing what's going on, and you guys are a true performer out there tonight, buddy.
Well, I'll try to bring it back tomorrow night, but she looks like shit, so we'll see what happens.
Well, you know what? I've seen you bring back worse, buddy, so good luck on it, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, right there, Mr. 93, John Schultz. Give him a big round of applause, you guys, because that was one heck of a show he put on for you guys.
If I think about it, I don't think that's his first time on a podium.
No, he runs a lot. He runs a lot of compacts or midsize, whatever you want to call them. He runs a lot of them all summer. And
I remember back in 2018, 2019, me and him running Winter Slam together. It's been a minute.
yeah, he does her up. He's got a pretty good crew. There's a lot of them. It's like anything else. It's not all done by yourself, and I'm sure he'll tell you that too.
Definitely.
He's pretty good about it.
Every driver needs a good crew around him to get the car to the track, get it fixed afterwards,
Yep.
everything included.
Yep, getting there. Sometimes it's just nice to get fed, get something to drink, and get fed. You get behind working on stuff and trying to do what you can do and meet the timelines. And sometimes it's actually impossible, and you just can't get it.
Yeah.
It just happens. But yeah, that was a very good heat. Hats off to all those guys. Up next, we have Bone Stock Minivan. 10 listed on the pre-entry form. Hoping all 10 of them are here. Kyle Bathke be running. He's from down Waseca area. Lily Matson, Tyler Schwartz, Jordan Zierman, Bryce Rooney, Tyler Patika, Spencer O'Hara, Daniel Pagel, I believe it is, Clint Milkey, and Andy Oscar.
Andy in a minivan. I caught up with him before the Derby started, and he said he threw this thing together in a couple days.
I wouldn't doubt it. This is probably his toughest decision was what goofy roof sign he was going to put on it.
Well, when he pulled in, he didn't have one.
Well, he probably had the toilet seat tucked behind the back seat of the truck. He'll put the toilet seat up there, I'm assuming, but that's kind of the old standby for him. But
definitely,
a lot of common names on that list too.
I think he's going to be definitely one to watch. By the way he was talking, he said he was going to go out there and have a lot of fun.
Well, hopefully he does. I like it when he does. It's fun to watch. Looks like they got digging the last two off the track, and doesn't seem like they're sparing any time. They're going to keep running them through. I don't know if they're going to have any intermission or what their plan is, but
I don't know, but definitely this pace is, fast, nice. You ain't dilly down getting cars off track. It's nice.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hitting her hard so far.
Right.
I'm assuming they'll have an intermission soon, though. It's going pretty quick, and weather's nice, and got to give these guys a chance to sell some hot dogs and some burgers and some pop and water and maybe, just maybe, one beer.
One beer. I don't know. Have you smelt that barbecue?
That
was we were getting whiffs over here earlier, and
it was good.
It smells good.
Yep, they do a good job. A lot of food vendors here. It's good food.
So by what I was just listening from you and Tix, talking back and forth. This is around your area that you usually run?
6 miles from here I live.
You're 6 miles, okay.
Yep, straight over yonder. Yep, born and raised within 6 miles, 7 miles of this place ever since the beginning. I was little once.
Here, I just thought you were always the size.
Yep. I was your size, I think, kindergarten roundup, probably.
Yeah, it's nice being able to sit down and talk to you, learn a little bit more about you. I've always ran against you on the track.
Yep.
The years I ran full size, short of them, but it's gonna be nice actually learning a little bit more about you.
Yep.
I didn't know you were up from. I thought you were a little farther north from here, honestly.
Nope, right around this area. Been here. There's a vast amount of fairs. You get into that mid-July and to mid-August, just in that 1 month sector, 4 week sector. There is a lot of derbies in this area. I mean, one fair piggybacks onto another, and there's times where, they blend together, and it makes it it's cool. But the only bad part about it is there's only so many people that do it. There's only so much car count to spread out through it. So sometimes one will suffer, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, that was good. It looks like the fans are pulling on the track already.
Yeah, this one's got no number, but I'm gonna, by the look of the guy and by what I see, I'm gonna say my best guess is I'm pretty sure that's Tyler Schwartz in the Know Anything gray van. That's Crusher Kyle Bathke in the 7. The 14L is Bryce Rooney. 269 is Daniel Pagel. Sorry if I butchered your name. No intention. I'm gonna say it's Pogel. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, Pogel looks about right.
Pogel. Here you got the 25 getting pushed in. That's Jordan Zierman. He's down Laconia, Carver County way. The 75 is Spencer O'Hara. You get the 314. Oh, I was wrong. 314 is Tyler Schwartz. So we're gonna have to go with the process elimination to find out who's in the gray van. Or is that actually the raffle van?
Oh, definitely could be. I seen that's in out front.
I think that's the raffle van. Yep. Yep, that'd definitely be the raffle van, and Tyler Schwartz is in the 314. Clint Milkey in the 88 is down there at the end, just inside the gate, and then looks like there's a possibility of that purple one coming in. That one might not be on the list, or that one is Jordan Zierman, purple and green one. The other one must be just playing 25, and that's Tyler Patika. Yep, Andy Oska decided to go with the 4 play for a number on this one, so he doesn't.
He's not consistent.
No,
that's just Andy.
Sometimes it's 4 plays, sometimes it's the old toilet seat.
Yep.
You get whatever you get.
I'll tell you what, folks, this is a great entry-level class to jump into. You can buy these vans for pretty cheap. And here we go, 3, 2, 1. We've got Green Flag Derby and in the minivan class right here. You ever run a van, Andy?
I have not ran a van. I do like to back up. I think it'd be the thing to do, but it's just the last thing I need is more parts and more projects. Don't have those kind of fuel cells, fuel injection stuff, and I just don't need any more parts at this stage in the game.
Well,
I guess if you wanted to rig me one up, I'll tell you what.
I think you're talking to the right guy on that one.
Well, maybe for the MWFA World Record attempt down in Farmington, that'd be good to have Andy Hansen out on the track, one of the legendary people out there doing it. And it would be cool to put your name on the list of the ones that are out there. We're going to break that record this year.
What did you have last year, 214 or 2?
No, 123.
Oh, yeah, 123. And you need...
Yeah, 125.
You were only 2 short.
Yeah. Want to talk about something that hurts.
Story of your life.
Yep. Now, if I had to be wider, I would have won all day long.
Yeah. Yep. Just so we don't forget what's going on here. People, keep your eyes on that number 7 out there. That guy can drive a van.
He is a wheelman.
He is a very good wheelman. He comes from a great family as well. His mom and dad are great people, and so is Kyle as well. And he does his deal. Never a problem any of the shows he comes to. That guy he's such a good person. He'll change whatever needs changing. I mean, he's in it to win it, but he's very, very courteous. He'll spin that thing right back around.
Yeah, he knows what needs to be protected.
Yep. Red flag here.
I think there's a bumper right in the middle of the track there. If you're looking up there you go. That angle will show you. Oh, it's a drive axle.
Guess it left the chat.
Yep. I guess it doesn't want to go around anymore.
No, we got a wheel laying off the old tan van over here. I think that's at 25. She is totally laying off in the back.
Where's that silver? Oh, it's all the way across the track from us. I was looking to see where the raffle van was.
Right.
Jesse was the lucky winner of that thing. That raffle van was given away. You could buy your tickets, your chances online, and you didn't even have to be here to win it. And Jesse was the lucky winner of that thing.
They did the old random wheel draw or whatever that is. I see more people are starting to use that on a lot of the waffles or whatever we like to call them.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yep, something like that.
So do we figure out what that cut van is right there? That's the number 75, the 4 nothing.
All I can tell, it's a Chevy. I can't make. There's no markings, anything
It's
after
like a
that.
Venture van or something like that. You're thinking, or what?
Venture, something like that.
AP was it not APB? What do they call them things? It is pretty sloped in the front, but
wow.
Yeah, that 14L, that van is significantly shorter now.
I would say that would definitely compact park.
Comes Clint Milkey in the 88. Another good guy. That was a sudden stop. 7 in the 314. That was a very stout sudden stop.
That 14L on the top side of your screen, just wheeling that thing in reverse, just looking for another pound shot.
Victims. There went a tire there.
Yep. You guys seen the poof on the top side of your screen? We heard it.
Before you heard the noise, you could see the poof.
Yep. God, this track is just amazing.
It's really good. It's really good.
Once again, thanks a ton to Ziegler Cat for getting that equipment out here to put this track together like it is. And you just can never say enough to the Silver Bullet Saddle Club for, putting a facility like this together to use for Demolition Derby. Not only for rodeos, not only for Demolition Derby, but other great things. So please make sure you take a look at it.
It's definitely a multi-purpose facility, no doubt about that. They do have some cool fundraisers and some cool remembrance deals for a few people around the area that have left us, and they have a 3-of-a-kind deal out here. That's a really fun weekend as well. But just so everybody knows, I do believe last year those bleachers weren't completed, or they were just on the verge to get, so all that seating has been added as well since last year.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you drive by this facility on County Road 7 and there's not someone here working on something.
Yeah, and it's all volunteer.
It is.
It's all volunteer, you guys. It's a nonprofit position up here. Yeah, it's a great. Oh, red flag down there. We see that down there. Okay, that breeze just blew a whiff of something amazing smelling in here.
It's almost like a cross between pulled pork and cotton candy mixed in one. It's really.
That might be a hell of a good sandwich.
I would keep the cotton candy.
Andy's all up here jacked up on sugar. What happened to Mr. Hansen? I don't know, man. It was one sandwich.
Oh, boy.
2 bites too many of cotton candy.
Well, there's where you're wrong. If I'm going to leave for one sandwich, it ain't going to be just one. Snag myself, too.
I'm a man of an even number.
Why not? The raffle van does look like the stick is down.
It's missing the whole driver's door.
Yeah, the 14L of Bryce Rooney. I'll tell you what, that thing is getting short. Tyler Schwartz in the 314's got a very good-looking van yet. Kyle Bathke in the 7's got a good-looking van. Clint Milkey's still mobile, but he's starting to show some damage. .307 of Lily Matson, pretty nice-looking van yet too. Front bumper's starting to give in on her.
And there he goes, right into a big shot in the back of that 25Z.
Jordan Zierman.
Jordan did not have much coming into this thing, and they are making it less and less every hit.
I think they're making his decision for tomorrow a lot easier.
Yeah, no doubt about that one.
Go ahead and get rid of that one. Another red flag on the track. Good awareness by a couple of them. They pulled up on their way to a shot, so that was cool. See some of them guys, they like to get them free ones in there.
Yeah, it's that one right there was a respect of a driver. That was, giving it to top notch right there. So thank you so much.
Got yourself some sponsors lined up there, Tixie?
Yeah, we do. Let's give a big shout out to some of the TSL sponsors. Let's not forget Tony's Welding and Fab and Penn Motorsports. How about Gray Area, Indy CNC, Brian's Machine Shop's doing things all across the area. Mr. Jacob Prusman himself. Mama Prusman had her birthday here in my 448 design. Let's, how about Brain Dead Misfits? They're always out there having fun. Total Tilt, Cactus Company, and how about a good old DDW, DeFlorian Dirt Works 31X. You gotta love what Will Mongan's doing out there, building those fancy hard cars. American Outlaw, and how about the Hanson family? Sky High Steering. We seen Cal Hansen stepped in the line here, and he was doing some inspection here, helping out. So, let's not forget we got a Mobridge show coming up in a handful of weeks here. That Cal stepped up and taken over the inspection side of it and everything like that. Good show that has been a great long-time sponsor of TSL and everything like that. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to make it happen this year. So please, if you can't get out there in person, make sure you share, like, and follow it on all the social media apps, and let everybody know how great of a show that was out there, and still gonna be.
Yep, he's always willing to. He's always got his fingers in there. He's the only guy that I know of that's gotten away from it every single year, and he's still in it.
There's no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
he does all right.
No doubt about that. Them guys were picking on me a little bit about bringing a car up here. They say that I'm always telling everybody to come up. Wow, look at that shot coming through the screen right there, you guys. Got smoke and everything like that, but you can't miss that action.
Fire
There's
over there in
good
that
fire.
269 van. She's a good one, too.
Yeah, they were all picking on me in the inspection line this morning. I was telling them about, people, they got classes for everybody here, and they all said that, oh, geez, well, Tix is always telling everybody to bring a car. Why doesn't Tix bring a car? And you know what? I might surprise some people. It's maybe go home and work on something or borrow something, or, I don't know, Andy Hansen, how close is your house to here?
It's only about 6 miles. There's options there, but it seems like there's never an option that doesn't need work.
Everything needs a little bit?
Shout out. That was my daughter bothering me there. She's always good about helping out. So
She's got some of her mom in there shouting at Dad.
yeah, she don't. It's a different kind of shout though. It's a shout you can take. She's a pretty hard-working girl, and hate to praise on her, but she just was crowned queen of Maple Lake, her local town. So she's got a busy summer.
Wow.
Parade after parade, and all the functions she does. She does Meals on Wheels for the people that need the help, and all the shout outs she does at the nursing homes that help the elderly. She works at a nursing home. She does a good job.
I
kid.
was gonna say you got some good kids. You even got to give your son a little bit of props. He might be a pain in the rear, but he's still a darn good kid.
Yeah, he's a real good kid. A little mouthy, but daddy gets from his mom.
I'll never forget at Metal Mayhem one year. It's about 115 degrees out. You and I were working on my car. Next thing you know, Darby was only, was he 14, 15 years old?
Somewhere in there, but I remember me and you standing back drinking beer under the tent, and they were slinging number 9 on that. It was a glass house you had.
Glass house.
I bet you him and the other guys, I bet you they slung 150 pounds of 9-wire in that car.
There's no doubt about it. That was I owe Darby one for that one. Him and his buddy jumped on that thing and they got her going. And yeah, Dad and we found a good, comfortable spot in the shade next to a hinge. Oh, it was miserable.
But you can't complain. It was in Champaign, and usually you're standing in a foot of water. So
Right.
It was nice. It was hot.
Yeah. Wow,
Good
nice,
job
good
on
shot.
75.
Yeah, right on the axle. 314 comes right in there. 88 looks like it might be the odd number out, but no, 75 switches right back over to 314. Well, whatever that thing is we can't figure out it is doing darn good. If we can figure that out, the price of them just went up.
To this point in time, I mean, you can't never say what's going to happen, but at this point in time, it looks like he's secured himself at least a third.
Well, all we got to do is have Jason Sauer compliment on it, and it'll go out in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, we sit around the house watching track shot when you guys are out and about, and we always, everybody picks a driver. Man, there's some people that are just lucky at it, and there's some that just are unlucky at it.
Yeah.
See some guys derby for 20 years and never have a problem, and you pick them, and they're the first one out, fuel pump, or who knows what it is. Could be anything, transmission, wire, could be anything.
Riley Starter.
Yeah. Don't go there.
That's an inside joke, folks. If you ever want to hear the story, I can tell it to you over a cold beer, just not on TV.
No, we're all done with that.
All I remember was savor the moment.
Yeah.
Savor the moment. Yep. You know what? We've got actually a lot of really nice local shows up here in Minnesota.
There, like I was telling Hunter when you were off doing your mud stomping out there. There's a stretch here. You could run 2 or 3 a week for a solid month.
Yeah.
They overlap around here. I mean, and from where we're sitting right now, you can hit them all within 40 miles.
I was going to say 35, 40 miles. Yep. Yeah. All right, you guys are battling it down right here. Bill's got the good angle on them. We are down to 1 and 2 right here. It is looking at the number 75 of
Spencer O'Hara. The 314 is Tyler Schwartz. You'll often find him towards the end of a lot of these minivan shows.
Schwartz?
Yeah. Yep. He runs a lot of vans.
That's a Sienna, isn't it?
I don't know.
Come on, Hunter.
I'm not a van guy.
It's not a 71 to 76 GM, I can tell you that.
It's not a Vic.
Yeah.
That's my expertise.
Yep.
Well, Skinny would be able to tell you all those ones. He battled down the holes on the Buicks and this and that. So
Yep.
Big shout out to Skin Dog. I know he's sitting there watching. We got Bob Skip Johnson right over there from Ottawa also, and with his boy. And
Yep, Kyle's with him.
enjoying everything up here. So big shout out to Skin Dog, one of the original OGs of TSL, Free 99 family. We love you, and everybody do not quit praying for our man. He needs those prayers.
That is a Sienna. I was able to see it didn't have leaves in back.
I figured it may have been my limited knowledge. I mean, I inspect a lot of these things throughout the summer, and I'll be the first to admit I have limited knowledge, but it ain't a Caravan the way he's leading with the front, I can tell you that.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I see the cats on it, I'll tell you what it is. Big shout out to AB Cat Tech. That's always been a long sponsor of Track Shot Live. Can't thank you guys enough for always believing in what we're doing and being part of the family. Thank you so much. Just had AB Cat Chris at the house picking up everybody's material and stuff just the other day. So got to give a big shout out to everybody taking advantage of the prices of the Catalyst right now and selling AB their products. So like I say, if you got any questions, concerns, or material to sell, get a hold of me and we can help you out with it. We got different people all across the country that can help everybody out. So please, please, please reach out to us and let us know what we can do for your Catalyst services.
Prices have came back up some,
Yeah.
small bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's better than average. Wow. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, you guys, we're going to try this again.
Looks like Tyler Schwartz takes
Yeah.
first, and then Spencer O'Hara
Takes
second in the 75. And Clint Milkey in the 88, I believe, got third. Those are the unofficial
Unofficial, yeah.
official results.
But definitely not the first time. All three of these drivers, from my knowledge, have a lot of experience.
Yeah. Yep. Clint Milkey runs a lot of stuff. I mean, he'll run a bone stock compact, a limited weld compact, a van. I mean, he'll do whatever he's got time for. Farmer, hard worker, and whenever you can fit it in, he fits it in, I believe they just said that 25Z Jordan Zimmerman got Mad Dog, I think.
I think so. That's what I was trying to hear.
Yep. I believe they announced him for that. A lot of handshaking going on out there. That's cool.
Yeah. Looks like we got.
It looks like the main class they have here in the list. The list of upcoming is next, but there's got to be a truck class somewhere in here.
All right, you guys, I'm standing here with the driver of the 314. How did you feel out there, man?
Pretty good.
I'll tell you what, you were keeping your nose clean for a long time and everything like that. When did you decide to put the heat on?
It can handle it.
So what were you running for a van out?
Just a Toyota Sienna.
Just. It sure, it just brought the price of them up.
Yes.
How many of those you got sitting at home?
About 12.
Yeah, I kind of figured you were going to be at that. You got to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, Bob LeClaire Trucking really helps me out a lot, and then Trenton LeClaire helped me build this week.
This week, folks, you just heard that this van can be built in a week. You can come out here and be competitive, and you can bring home the W like that. You put on one heck of a good show and everything like that. You are going to bring her back?
Probably.
There it is, you guys. Just one W ain't enough. You want to go for two?
I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be up in Long Prairie running an RV, so try something new.
Well, there you go. An RV is always good. Hey, congratulations on the W, and thanks for coming out and supporting.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, you guys, big round of applause for 314, putting on one heck of a show on these minivans. What do you guys like these minivans? These things were awesome. All right, you guys, enjoying. Don't forget, we got beverages and food and everything like that. Going to send it back up to the booth. You guys have fun.
Great job, Tix, there on track. Great job to all those van drivers. darn good heat.
Nice hard hitting too, fast pace.
Everybody mixed her up. Everything front of the Sienna van and the whole van in general seemed like a pretty good van.
Yeah.
Congrats to him and all the other winners. They're cleaning the track off now, obviously. Ziegler Cats are taking care of that out there. We do have, I did find the paperwork here, my mistake. We do have the half-ton truck class coming up.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, don't want to definitely by any means blow anything out of proportion, but I think anybody that's viewing this probably should make sure that you have your duties done in the bathroom and your refreshments and your drink and popcorn and everything ready, because there's about all of them on this list.
Oh.
Just not just a couple, but the vast majority of all of them are going to probably come out here and they're going to show you what this track is all about.
You know, what's your thoughts, Andy, on you know, going from the old heavier trucks to this new half-ton kind of light build class? What's your thoughts?
I mean, the excitement level, you know, I always say back in the day, because, I mean, when you deal with us, it's back in the day.
Yep.
But back in the day, the excitement level versus now, I mean, I don't think that is a huge gap of being different. I just think that the style was different. You had all the old 60s Fords, the 60s Dodges. I mean, heck, when it was at its height, there was guys making, you know, mid-70s square Chevys. They were working fine, you know, but a lot of those guys were using the backs, and the trucks were set up different. They were set up big tires. I mean, everything was totally different then than it is now. Now we're, you know, I'm not speaking for the competitors out here, but now we're primarily campaigning with the fronts.
Right.
We're primarily looking at running smaller tires, and the thing that's made it different is, you know, the engines are, you know, things are a lot different from whatever time span you're thinking. I'm going like 10, 15 years ago versus now. But I mean, they're definitely exciting now, and them I think it's second gen Dodges they're using. Boy, they're salty. They really are.
They are salty.
And a used repaired one is where you want to be. It really is. Not taking anything away from the guys that are building fresh. I mean, you're going to see a lot of different trucks coming in here. There's a really, really nice old 60s Dodge out there. There's a couple really, really nice Nissans out there. Very nice trucks. And I talked to a few people in the pits. The one of them is an 2018. So hopefully before they wreck it, they did take the full coverage off it, and they got the lien card from the bank, because that's a pretty new truck.
That's no doubt. That's newer than the truck I drive.
Yep, myself as well. And then we get a bunch of second-gen Dodges out there. And, I mean, it's Jerome Scott. Look at this guy right here. Mr. Saddle Club himself.
Yeah.
But, no, it's going to be
so I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a story as we're talking stories.
Hard to believe you had one.
Yep. The day I chose that I will never derby without a fire jacket was actually I was in a truck on the track with you in Corcoran when that transmission blew up on me. Oh. And I went up and remember it was pouring rain like a son of a gun.
Yep.
I had a gentleman gave me a free Ford. And he says, hey, I want you to run it at Corcoran. He sponsored me with it. He goes, you know, so, I mean, it was nothing compared to what the competition was, but we were out there just to wad the thing up. And I put a small block Chevy in it, and it didn't fit real good. And I had that tunnel cut out of that thing. And I ran a window net on the one side. And I had the bars in the window, and I had to go out that back window. That thing flamed up. And that firefighter told me, he said, he goes, that fire jacket saved you.
Yeah, fire jackets are important. I know there's a lot of, you know, I have close personal friends. I have people that see, you know, just tonight we've saw people out here. But I'm telling you what, people, have somebody put it on your Christmas list. If you're a dad and you got kids, tell them that's what you want for Father's Day. It's not that huge of an investment. Yeah, it's no fun when it's hot, but nothing is. But I tell you what, it can get hotter.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And you know,
Daniel Kish. I mean, Daniel?
Yes.
You know, Johnny
Mavis.
I mean, there's a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. It could happen to anybody. And hot water, hot transmission fluid. I mean, fires in general. I mean, if you watch tonight, I think we saw maybe one fire flare up out here. I mean, we've been really, really lucky. and all the guys that are coming out here, you're pulling for them, and everybody's praying for them that it's going to be safe. But you cannot take this for granted.
Correct.
You can't.
Correct.
The minute you strap that helmet on, hit them wires together, touch that switch, and you put that thing in gear. You've ran, I've ran, he's ran. I mean, a lot of the people watching, everybody runs. You just cannot take it for granted. And if something as simple as a fire suit can help you, I mean, it's just one thing you can knock off the list.
Yeah.
Always be more safe than sorry.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, they are what they are, and I mean, seems like the story you were telling is. Hopefully, I did end up outlasting you. It sounds like your truck might have fell.
Oh, you want to pinpoint that? I'll tell you.
No,
Thanks for pinpointing that one. If I remember right, Bruno was out there and he was teeing off of me from track corner to track corner, and I love it. It was all said and done, and guess what? We get to drink beer at the end of it all. So it was a blast. It was a good conversation and all that stuff and fun. But I was gonna say hats off to like Robbie Crittenden with Simple Solution. He's an advocate for enforcing that rule. Like, you need a fire jacket and stuff like that. So it's good promoters like that put that force out there. That it's just a simple safety investment.
And maybe with all the connections you got, idea that's been bouncing around in my head for a while. I mean, some of these people you're giving these awards to them or whatever. Sometimes it'd be nice if a guy could work a deal with someone that sells fire jackets, and maybe instead of a trophy or a sledgehammer or this or that, maybe guys should just start giving out fire jackets.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not horrible, it'd be a great way, talk to your PR people. You can maybe embroider a sticker like that. It won't be as stretched out as this one from all the weight on it, but
well, I'm sweating. It's sticking to me right now, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, folks. Enjoy Andy Hansen right here. It'll be the last time he's on.
Thank
I think you just dug yourself a hole.
Yeah.
That's all it took. He's thinking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys, and we're just reminiscing here, having fun. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it at home and everything like that. There's room for everybody on Track Shot Live. This was just a great opportunity to get Andy back up here and enjoy it. Like you said, he's got all the years up here in this area, Derby, and I mean, this has been home forever.
Long time.
So that's kind of one of those neat things, and we really like to spotlight the great people that have put Demolition Derby in, the national level in the areas and stuff like that. So please, if you guys have got somebody out there, there's great sponsors right there.
Clear Lake Lions, ML Sangelis and Sons, great dirt workers. What we got there? Is that the
Clearwater Rodeo?
Okay, so that's the Silver Bullet and the rodeo itself. Little promo for them. Jesse's got his services there, JSA services. What we got there? Clearwater Lions.
Huge sponsors out here.
All those guys from both Clear Lake and Clearwater. That one couldn't read very well. Lawn Rangers, that's Jerome Scott himself. He is also a member here, and that is his business, him and his son. They, if you got a yard that needs somebody to be mad at it, they'll come and be mad at it with a lawnmower and whatever else you need. That's what they do.
I talked to, there's at least a dozen people that I talked to that take the week off of this Derby to put the grounds, just to finalize stuff. They were over there fixing those bleachers on the other side. I mean, they went and got 10 sheets of plywood because they just didn't like the way a couple things were sitting on. They were kind of patching up a couple things, and it's something that they missed from last season to this season. So, I mean, they were making this place nice. And, you sit around and you look at all the different people here and everything. I did notice, I don't remember them having LED lights last year at the Derby.
I can't remember either, but I can't remember on the lighting, but to piggyback onto what you said, there's this whole organization. I mean, they do a lot of work here. Like I said, there's always somebody here, but it's not just that. I mean, there's a few guys that you bump into uptown, and there's maybe if you go to an establishment for lunch maybe and possibly a cold drink, ice water, something. There's guys there.
Clearwater.
There's guys there that are friends and possess knowledge, and they don't just open this place up and say, all right, everybody come on in. I mean, there's inspections and, there's stuff that they have to be compliant for their insurance. And, I know personally that a bunch of people that helped work on those bleachers over there, because I think they were up last year. Don't quote me, but I think they were roped off.
Yeah, they were roped. Yeah,
they weren't ready to go.
Yep.
But I do know a couple guys, personally that worked on those to get them so they were compliant to use. So I mean, it's not just, you see this deal and all the guys with the green shirts, that's kind of one thing, and then you see some with some different color shirts, and you see people with the sign. I mean, it's just not, it's not no little deal to pull off.
No.
Right. Well, and the thing of it is behind the scenes things are what really make a smooth operation go, and those are the people that are normally unthanked, like all the equipment operators, all that stuff, all the first responders. We don't ever want to see the first responders out there, but it's all the people behind the scenes just waiting to pounce on something if needed.
You always want to see them here. You just don't. You just don't want to see them in action. That's you want to see them here, but you don't want to see them in action.
So Andy's family just walked by, and they ran out of money, so they didn't want to bother Dad up here. So I said, don't worry about it. Here's money. I'll just get it from Dad with interest at the end of it all. So they just walked by with cold ice waters, and they were awfully pleased.
Boy, I don't know. I got a cold ice water here, and them labels on them ones they had didn't match this one, but whatever they got going is their deal.
I didn't want to get them in trouble. You guys, the music's pumping up. I hear some trucks running in the background. Everybody laughs and huckles about, Minnesota turnouts, but I guarantee you, folks, they are going to be ear-piercing, going to be wild. You're going to be on the edge of your seat. My blood's already starting to pump.
I got a feeling that you just talked about the turnouts. I got a feeling the turnouts are going to play a factor, but I'm thinking that none of the turning out is going to be done with the steering wheel.
No.
I think it's going to be.
No.
Let me run down this list for you here. Got Brandon Richke in the number 78 car, truck, Robert Sundberg in the 8 truck, Jake Lenz, the 6X truck. That is an old Dodge. Brenton Simonson in the 155 truck. That is the 2018 Nissan. Tucker Komekic, 656. Dylan Lilliard in the 21. Brian Kopel in the 67. Damian Malstead. Number 4, Brian Shavy in the S17, Colin Lang in the 57, Derek Kraft in the 14 truck. That is also a Nissan. Brandon Bailey in the 415, Trevor Tomshe in the 48X, Jeremy Tomshe in the 12, Anthony Black in the 53M, and the 88X of Connor Tomshe. On the bottom side of that list, let's just say there's the second-gen Dodge parts are.
Here we go. Hey, we got a dance-off out there, Bill. Let's get on those kids out there dancing their way, and look at how much fun they're having.
This is right up your alley, Tix.
It is.
I think you could go mop this up.
You think so? I highly doubt it. Maybe if I threw the worm out there or something like that, that would catch them all off guard.
Boy, I think on your first bounce, you'd go right in the mud and stay right in.
I was going to put my money on he couldn't do the worm, but
I bet he could.
I got a lot of round on me. It may be sideways, it may be round ways, it may be I don't know ways, but I got some.
He's wiry.
Well, you guys, I hope you're following all the Facebook stuff and everything like that. We were fortunate to have Anthony running around getting some great footage and everything. Unfortunately, tomorrow Anthony's not going to be able to run around quite like he does because Mr. Andy Hansen has got prior arrangements that he can't miss out on. So we get to enjoy him today and today only. But you guys, you can definitely go on and see what Hansen Motorsports has got going on other than totally awesome hats. And just kind of follow them and see what's going on Facebook and everything like that. It's always a unique opportunity with the Hansen family.
Yep. We always try and have fun. That's the main thing. Going to be, don't know if I can do it or not, but doing a shout out tomorrow. Good young buddy of mine's getting married, Brandon Carls, and his soon-to-be wife, Abby. Little pre-congratulations to them, if that's allowable.
It's totally allowable. You can do whatever you want. You're up here. Just keep it PG-13.
We will be probably attending that whole situation there tomorrow, and I guess all I can say is it's going to feel good to get a free chicken dinner out of them. That's going to be the thing right there.
Get extra gravy.
And he'll know I said that. Him and my loudmouth kid are at the groom's dinner in the practice right now, so I'm sure they're watching. So if you guys are watching, congratulations! Shout out to you guys in advance, and hopefully it's a good day tomorrow. No rain, and plenty of chicken. Plenty of dinner. I know the caterer too, personally, so I'm going to work this out so I'm covered.
Yeah, maybe we get some leftovers.
Yeah, maybe. I'll bring an ice cream pail,
Yeah, there it is. Giving shout-outs and everything like that. We got good Kevin Lampert at Petron Plus right to the right side of us here. You guys take a look at all the great products that Petron Plus has. I mean, they're over here having motors run with no oil in them with their treatments and everything like that. The proof is in front of your face. So get on there, take a look, see what Petron Plus has got. We've started using that product here a couple years ago at Doug Speedling Builders. Grease on our cranes, the penetrating lube or lubricants and everything like that are out of this world. The one that I really like, the gun oil. The gun oil works.
Oh, really?
Good. Yeah, it's kind of one of those crazy things that people don't know about. But
straight up question: do you use it then in your Derby engines as well?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I've had really good luck with the transmission additive.
Okay.
You know, we've had some trannies torn apart after we've melted them down and everything like that. And, you know, they say that, you know, it's, I mean, the wear is there, obviously. It's not a miracle in a can. It's just, you know, it's an assistant.
Yep.
And all that stuff. So in the trannies, I've noticed that with those that, you know, the foreign materials and stuff like that just isn't quite as much. So.
Yeah, you're not gonna get away from tranny attrition in this sport. But if you can prolong it and protect your investment, I mean, you've invested. I've saw what you've invested. I've invested. I know you've invested. I mean, it's a lot, and it just seems like at the end of the day, it seems like that sometimes can almost be the Achilles heel. If there's going to be a problem, that's where it shows up.
Yeah. You know what? I was a Howes diesel additive guy forever. I believe in diesel additive because our diesel is garbage these days.
Yep.
You know, it's missing some things. And I was always a Howes guy. And it was really hard for Kevin to get me to switch over on that. He goes, give it a shot. And he goes, and I just want you to really pay attention to things. You know, does Howes work great? Yeah, I believe it does. Does Petron work great? Oh, absolutely it does. And it was just kind of one of those things that I took the product and used it, and we understood, you know, kind of the differences where each one's a little bit different, and you know, the anti-gelling and stuff like that. It was really nice. So you know, there's tons and tons of products out there, and I'm not saying that one's better than the other or anything. It's just what we changed over, and we're using it. It works for us.
And it goes back to, you know, service and relationships and people that you meet. You know, they're all good. Sometimes you got to spread a little around. You know, I myself, when it comes to business, I mean, that Port City uptown, I mean, it's very rarely if I'm on the road or something, or if you know, if there happens to be a time that they're closed, which generally they're not. But if there's an odd hour where they're closed, then, you know, I may sneak someplace else. But otherwise, Port City uptown, I mean, then if they don't have it, they will get it, and they will tell you what time that truck will be there.
Yeah.
And that's within, you know, 15 minutes. I mean, of when they say it's going to be there, and if you need it, they'll get it. They're the same way. So I try and use what they have for products, but I mean, I always looking for a leg up on something, especially when it comes to trannies.
Oh.
Maybe we can finally get away from the old sawdust trick.
Oh,
jeez.
There's always something with them.
Always.
It seems like.
And it doesn't matter if you spend $10,000, $5,800. They've all got their issues.
Yep.
You know.
We're working with my son and I. We're working with, you know, three builders right now, basically, and you know, they're all doing good, and they're all working good. And I ain't gonna name no names because I'm not big into the popularity contest thing, but it's they're all good guys.
All right, folks, there it is. The first set of turnouts pulling out.
Derek Kraft, number 14.
Mr. Fuzzy himself.
Yep. LS powered Nissan truck there. Looks to me like all he needs for that setup to be just perfect is possibly a phone book to sit on. Just got the deuces from him, too, out there. I told him I'd say something nasty about him, but he hasn't done nothing wrong yet. So
give him time. He's got plenty of chances.
Oh, it won't take long.
Yep.
Myself and his father, we're about the same age, and yeah, it's not going to take long for somebody to say something dumb. I can guarantee you that. 656 Tucker Knemick. There's the 155 of Brenton Simonson. Another Chevy-powered Nissan. Here comes the 6X of Jake Wenz. Old-style Dodge. 21 of Dylan Lilliard. The next truck is making its way along the front here. Looks like we're going to go with the number 67 of Brian Kopel. Here comes the 53M of Anthony Black. This actually was Tix's job to do.
Well, you're doing so good at it, I can't take it away.
I see how you work. This one here, that looks like the S17. That's Brian Shavy. There's number 4, second gen Dodge, the way it looks. Damian Malstedt. Any of these names that I've butchered, definitely nothing intentional.
Feel free to send hate mail to Andy Hansen, number 2 at Hansen Motorsports.
I get it all the time. There's the number 12, Jeremy Tomsche. 88X of Connor Tomsche. The number 8, which I absolutely, there, Robert Sundberg. And what do we got coming in there? I believe that's the 48X possibly. Trevor Tomsche. Nope, yeah, that's 48X Trevor Tomsche at the gate. This one here, what's that say, 415, Hunter? What's that say? Right next to the 8.
I don't have my glasses on. I couldn't tell you.
Brandon Bailey.
Brandon Bailey, I believe.
And then we got one more.
Colin Lang.
Yep, Colin Lang in the 57. And to round out the closest one to the gate is Trevor Tomsche. Not going to over-publicize it, but you guys ain't going to need to worry about the countdown from the people on the track or us up here.
You will know when it hits.
You will know when it's go time.
Huge shout out to all the builders and drivers right here and the way that they drive. You guys, this is one of the heats that I have been looking forward to for a couple weeks. Listening to some of the guys talk about their builds and who was coming, it is awesome. I wanted to see these Nissans run. That is so cool seeing that. Just a different.
This class is getting very popular. They had it at Badger State Nationals as well. They had 2 nights of it full. Like, was it 25 trucks a night?
Yep.
So this class is very popular. These guys out here that are doing what they're doing, every single one of them possesses a talent. So sit back and watch it.
Here it is, folks. I don't think you need anything said. Just here it is. Fuzzy's in a bad spot there, my goodness.
Not going to be invited to the family reunion, it doesn't look like.
No, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a sword got thrown there, and that escalated quickly.
Yes. Wow.
Bringing the loader out here. I don't know what that guy is. Hopefully that's a bumper, not part of somebody's cage that he's got over his shoulder there. That would be, I'm assuming it's a rear bumper or something. Sounds like the 14 truck is running, but I'm not sure about moving. That was a whale of a shot. Good way to break one of those things we just were talking about, one of those transmixers. We'll see if he gets it rolling. If he does.
I think he broke his stick off.
Yeah, it does look down. So
yeah, it looks like it. I don't know for 100%. We're talking about the 14 of Derek Kraft to the left side of your screen right there, folks. The pole's kind of in the way. We're just complimenting these lights and everything like that. They did not talk with us about where we were going to set our trailer up, so they put a pole right in our way. But, you know, we apologize about that and the people in the handicap area. But I'll tell you what, the view is still amazing to see all the action going on. We're back under green flag racing. We're running right now. Well, I think the Conchies found another candidate.
Yeah. It's so easy to see it play out.
Right. Look at that great action at the bottom side of your screen there, folks.
Oh.
Tomchi comes in, giving that other Nissan a little bit of old-fashioned love.
Yep, that was a good sting in the side there.
Oh. Folks, can you hear that at home? That was a spine stretcher. Jeremy Tonchi down in the bottom, giving that whip around. He's backing up, gonna take that full track shot. Look at that, folks, get excited. Wow. Oh my.
That was a shot and a half.
That was a good one. The truck got it, the barrier got it, everybody got it.
Hopefully he's okay with that water blowing back at him.
They're throwing the red flag.
There's a big puff of steam. I don't know what that was. If that was out of that purple truck or Brenton, I think it was Brenton Simonson got pushed in the wall.
I think so. That was definitely a hard shot. Felt that in my chest when he hit the barricade.
You could feel the wiggle.
Copy that, sir. Copy that. Well, you know, the whole thing of it is, you know, we're sitting here, we're watching this stuff and everything. Derek Kraft was one that hauled in. If you guys took a look at that old Dodge camper pulling in that old Dodge, that was Derek Kraft driving that thing. That was a cool combination pulling in, just seeing that.
Shout out to him and his crew, too. They got Clearwater Auto Parts newly acquired by his boss. Derek is kind of running the show over there. It's literally not even a quarter mile from this track, just up the road.
Right, around the corner.
Yeah, just around the corner. That's it.
Number 6, Lenz, is having a hard time keeping that thing running, and that's gonna hurt right there.
The old Dodge sustained some damage on the driver's side front corner with that one, just by the looks of the bumper. I think my guess would be some serious damage behind the bumper on the driver's side.
This class is not letting up. One hard shot after the next.
Yep. I believe Connor Thompson lost the right front wheel the way it looks. Back one's off the ground on the driver's side, and track crew's over there yanking on something. Can't see from here. Shout out to Brian Copel in the 67. That's a square body Chevy. Weathering the storm. He's doing all right.
They said they're just trying to clean the yard out a little bit.
Jeremy Thompson looks to be possibly a 68 to 72 Ford, according to the body lines, but it may be a 73 or newer, but it's definitely a Ford.
I am glad you guys can call what truck those are.
48X, it looks like an old Dodge.
Old Dodge has got a salty little snap to her.
Looks like possibly we're down to 3 trucks. I see a couple sticks standing on other ones, but
Looks like a couple are tied up over there in the corner.
yeah, either hung on, I can't tell, hung on the wall or hung on another truck or something.
See if they can get off before the time expires.
Going to be getting close already the way it looks.
Yeah, they're looking at them pretty heavy.
You could just, how about you, Tix, when you're running? Even though you're busy in the car, you just know that time's about up, don't you?
Oh, you can feel it.
You can feel it.
It's just like, wow.
Great shot there.
I believe they're just telling the 88X of Connor Tomsky that he ran short of seconds.
Jeremy went over there to try to help him. Dang near got stuck on him.
He's out of time. Looks like you got Brian Copel left. Looks like you got Trevor Tomsky. And it looks like we also got Jeremy Tomsky.
Oh, bumper just went off.
Bumper on the track. Kind of nice. Ain't no manufacturers can worry about complaining about who's the best because we got a horse from every county still running.
Looks like the sticks going down on that one.
Looks like the Chevy just bowed out. Can't say it for sure.
Yep,
unofficially,
on out.
Unofficially looks like he bowed out at 3rd. I'm assuming if somebody else was on time, the officials probably would have told him that. I don't know for sure, but I would say he possibly bowed out at 3rd, and he did a damn whale of a job too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drove that thing hard.
Yep. Did what he could do.
Yeah. Looks
So
like
now,
we're down to 2 still moving.
Yep.
Jeremy Tomsky's got some problems going on though. There's
I don't know if he's got steering. I can't tell if the something to do with the steering rack is hanging down.
yeah, but his motor sounds like
Something's not right in there.
Oh, I think the other time she's got a tranny maybe.
that's...
Nope, that's front. Okay, that's front. It was looking pretty grayish steam there. That's normally tranny, but that's definitely coming out of the front.
Yep. Looks like we're down to one now.
There we go.
Looks like the winner's going to be the 48X of Trevor Tomsche. Second place is going to be the 12 of Jeremy Tomsche. I believe 67. Nobody's told us any different. I believe 67 would be third place. The rest of everything after that is not even unofficially official. It's just not nothing yet.
Yep, exactly.
Nothing on the Mad Dog, so they'll bring us that, I'm sure, shortly.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Bill's going to maybe shut us down, and Tix is going to go on the track. When he starts hollering, is that loud in there? Oh. Only when he's on that mic on the track. Tell Kyle stick around until Monday so he can get about 7 rolls of wire at Central McGowan and a bunch of gas. I'll give it a shot. Gonna need it.
Second place, truck number 12, Jeremy In third place, truck number 48X, Trevor Tomsche.
Wow, wow, wow. Mr. Trevor, what do you think about that run, brother?
It was wild to eat.
So I'll tell you what, you guys got some people over in the corners and people were coming after you. What were you thinking on all corners?
Just trying to keep clean and keep the front tires on it.
I'll tell you what, it got kind of wild there in the corner. You got kind of stuck in there. There's some big hits coming on you. What were you thinking at that point in time?
Just trying to get out of there and keep moving. It was losing the tranny at the end, and I was just hoping it was going to hang in there long enough to make it down.
So now you can rub it in the face and be like, hey, I got this one. This is a tranny, bad tranny and everything. You're taking home the W. How's that feel as the family man?
Great. First W ever.
No way. You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Well, thank God you love your wife.
Yeah, I got to thank her all the time in the shop and her support in the hobby.
So now, folks, I know you've been derbying for a long time and everything like that. To bring this big W home here, I mean, with everybody on the track with you, I mean, just tell me the emotion.
Speechless, honestly. I didn't think it was going to happen with the amount of good drivers that are on the track, and just happy to be able to wheel it down to the end.
Right there it is, folks. You guys, you cannot put that emotion in words, into price tag or anything like that, the devotion and everything like that. You guys, give a huge shout out for Trevor for the first win out here and putting on one heck of a show.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, that was totally awesome to see that. Rob, that's insane.
Look at it, we're on camera, Mike. Aurora Productions gave me a camera. That's foolish.
Well, you know what? I can't believe that they would trust you like that.
Well, so I'll tell you one thing. I forgot to hit record for like the first 50 minutes, so it's actually only recorded for the last like 15 minutes.
Oh, that's all right. You guys are having fun out here. Hey, Rob, what do you think about you and Mac out here doing this? You guys have been here for the start of this and everything like that. I mean, how about this sound system this year?
Man, amazing. I'm in love with this show, man. I mean, every year you come here, we come here. This is one of my favorite shows, man. They put on a heck of a thing. This Saddle Club, man, what do you think, Dick? This is the greatest thing I've been to in a long time. I know you're all over the country, but in Minnesota, this is a good show.
It is. I mean, you know, I'm a promoter myself. We put on a couple shows down in Farmington and everything like that. But I'll tell you what, the organization and everybody here that supports and follows and does all the donations and everything like that, you just can't pick a better group of people to be doing this with and everything like that. And everybody is so proud here. And you know what? We can't thank you guys in the stands for spending your hard-earned money and coming out here. You could have went 100 different places tonight, but you chose right here in Clearwater at the Silver Bullet Saddle Club to come and enjoy the Demolition Derby at Chaos.
Yeah, we always forget. People line up outside this place and they show up. This is a great venue, man. This track, I'm jealous, right?
Oh, you know,
should be doing big shows because they're good.
Oh my God, this track is better than a dime and everything like that. And you know, I sit here and we talk about all these different tracks across the country and everything like that. You know what? You guys are picking on me and saying that I got cars, I should be here. You know what? The heck with it. I think I'm bringing a car. I want to be on this track tomorrow.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Tix. Me too, man. This track is great. I want to run here too. Eli don't like my cars much, but we'll make it work one day.
Well, you know, Rob, the big thing of it is a person like you that has a skill with the welding, it's super hard to put it down.
Hey,
I get
thanks,
it.
man.
It's your artwork. That's your artwork, and you're proud of it. But, you know, unfortunately, you're not that good of a torcher.
I don't like the cut. You are 100% right. I do not like the cut. Hey, if anybody, you know, I annoy a lot of people, but I am planning on running at Cannon Valley Fair on the 3rd. I am bringing a car out there at the big fair on the 3rd. So Thursday, if you guys feel like making a drive, I am going to try to drive.
Well, there we go. I'll tell you what, you guys, you get a chance, come on over to see Rob Golden, take a look at his cars, take a look at the work. You know, we talk about old parts and everything like that. I got to go back to the old G XXX. I mean, one of the very first, I still run one of the original cradles. Rob gave me, he said, hey, run this thing, check it out, tell me what you think and everything like that. We had a lot of fun going through, and we're talking 20 years ago now almost.
Yeah, it's so long ago. Remember that first LS one I made? It was a pile of, you know, but it was the first one. Now everybody's got them, right? Yeah,
Well,
LS Cradle's all crazy, but I made this weird one for you one day. And that was like 20 years ago.
That was the crazy thing. I called you up and Rob, I got this idea, man. And you're like, why do you want to do this? And it's like, because nobody else is doing it. Let's go for this. And guess what? Rob sat down and made that thing happen.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun over the years. And thanks, everybody. Thanks for being patient and dealing with us because we have some hijinks. There's no doubt about it. But we have a lot of fun out here, and we've been around the Derby for a long time. Me and Tix are old farts. There ain't no doubt about it. And I'll tell you what, we build some old school cars too. They might not keep up with these new guys, but we put in a fight.
Well, the fight's always good. The fight's always good, and you guys are enjoying watching these fights on the track. Thank you so much for being out here. I'm going to go jump back on Track Shot Live and do my other part. You guys, thank you so much for having fun, and we still got one more awesome class to go, brother.
80s change, right? 80s stock.
Yep. If you built a stock car, you'd go home with a rash. I know you would.
I don't think I can build a stock. I'd like to, but I got problems.
Oh, there's many problems, and I get it. I get it, man. I've been around all of them all your life, so, man. All right, Rob, have a fun time.
It's all love, buddy.
We're doing it.
Looks like we're back. Tixie's done with the on-track interview. Whale of a class. Hope everybody watching enjoyed it.
Right.
A lot of carnage with the trucks. A lot of busted parts. A lot of guys will be working tomorrow trying to figure out where we're going to fix this thing, where we're going to take her next.
Good thing it's getting to about that, July where there's a ton of derbies.
Yeah, I think they mostly right now is the best time for options. I mean, this is a pretty early show, actually. It didn't used to be back in the day. There was a lot of stuff in June, but it's been pretty thin, so this is a pretty early show. So they'll be fixing them up, and there's options. They can take them a million places, I'm sure.
Right.
So shout out to all those guys and the Mad Dog. I guess I didn't hear who that was.
I didn't catch it either.
I'm sure they probably. We'll see if we can find out. Tix may know when he gets back in here. But as they're cleaning this out, let's give these next guys a shout out here. We got our This is the main class for Friday night, for the show here for Friday night. It's going to be 80 stock, fairly stock build, but still very decent car. We're going to have Connor Sangelis. We're going to have Nate Volk. We're going to have Ben Stang, Blake Broman-Schenkel, Dave Marketing, Josh Marketing, Ryan Bacon, Dominic Braun, Paul Becker, and Riley. Riley. It doesn't have a last name for him, but
that's all I need is the first name.
Yeah, just Riley. Yep, that'll work. You see him around a lot. He's not no newcomer, so.
Well, so far we're up to 3 positive comments for Andy Hansen. Thank you guys. Keep the messages coming in and everything like that.
That's 3 positive. So how many negative? 5, 6, 700?
We're not going to that point. We just went on the positive side, Andy.
You're one of those guys. You cherry picking.
There's always a cherry somewhere out there in the world, and absolutely, that's what it's all about. I love it. Melon Bean, They're down the Skahills down in Iowa. They're watching. Grayson, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Skahills, I want to give you guys a huge shout out and love. They came on up and killed it at Bugs' graduation party, helped us out so much and everything like that, along with the Mittlander family from up by Bismarck, Devil Dog Transmission.
Yep.
Same thing. They came down and killed it for us. It was so great seeing you guys and you guys coming and helping it out and just made our day so perfect for our son's graduation and birthday and flag day and everything like that.
Yep, new flag I saw.
Oh, gosh,
nice
yeah.
new flag. Shop was full, a lot of people.
God, it was awesome.
You damn near ran yourself out of ice waters.
Yeah, it was, damn near. So the wife got scared. So, thank God Cody Mittlander hasn't drank in many years. So she gave him a credit card and said, go buy the local liquor store out. And he accomplished that. And we accomplished, ice water store. And we accomplished to almost kill that purchase, too.
Yeah, I saw you were there. Went live one time when you could still function normally. Saw you were there. Saw our old friend Rich Melton was there.
Oh, my gosh.
Saw Neil Carey was there.
Yeah.
It was a ton of good guys there.
I saw somebody brought Andy Raymer's roof sign. That was kind of nice. That was a pretty good appearance. At least that showed.
Yeah, we had something going there. I want to give a big shout out. Hey, Mr. Tom Russell, we have the Minnesota Throwdown. I want to make sure you're coming to break that world record with us and be on the track with Andy Hansen in the minivan. But number one, I want to make sure that your boy's coming because I was just talking to somebody and I'm about ready to send a Camry out to get built for your son for his very first car in the youth class. So I'll tell you what, Bent Brothers out there, we're totally ready. Oh yeah, sure. You're gonna send a picture like that. Well, heck with you. You guys are comfortable, having fun. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody tuning in and everything like that. Thanks for the shout outs and everything. And we are having fun. It's super nice when you got somebody like Andy Hansen that is a local up here that's not afraid to get on here and be picked on and give us a little bit of history and know a lot of these guys personally and everything. It does bring a whole different level of entertainment to the great sport that we love so much and give the recognition to these drivers.
Yep, Hunter too. Don't forget about him over here. Just because I think the thing is you don't think he's here because you can't see him over here.
I just hear this and then I'm looking. It's like I think Bill's talking, and then I see Bill over there. His lips ain't moving, and I hear noise, and then all of a sudden, there's Hunter. You ever seen that sticker, of like the heavy gal with the chihuahua, hidden in her stomach?
Oh, I don't even know if I want to go there, but I'm going to say no, I haven't.
Okay, perfect,
Yep.
because that's what it reminds me of, looking across you to see Hunter.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no on that.
Oh.
I mean, out of all of that, I think you forgot one word: local legend.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Local, a lot of stuff. Have you seen the shirts that say locally hated? I think I could go with plenty of them too.
Mr. Stang pulling out here in the 80s bone stock.
Your 80s bone stock is rolling in. 05, I don't know what it's Lightning McQueen maybe, or just Lightning Wagon, whatever it is, but that's Ben Stang in 05. The 15B is Ryan Bacon. He's down McLeod County Fairway, runs Hutchinson Derby a lot. This guy here runs with him as well, 61. Riley Halls maybe? So I'm going to take a guess at it. 58X, Paul Becker. 23, Blake Bromachenko. Really good dude. Believe he's up Sock Center way.
I was going to ask. I thought he was Sock Center.
Yep. The 128 is Connor Sangelis. Haven't heard that name associated with the car yet, but looks like he's got himself a Bubba Lincoln, and he's got it figured out.
I say it looks good.
Yeah. Yep, looking good. 49, Dave Marketing. 46, that'd be his son, Josh Marketing. Number 7, that's Dominic Braun. His dad was also supposed to run here. A good buddy of mine, Pete Braun, he's supposed to run tonight, but I guess the long cracks on the side of the block and not holding the antifreeze had something to do with him not coming. So I told him to swing over and bribe me with a 6-pack, and I'll show him what I do to him.
To make him last.
Well, if it runs good, you hate to tear it apart and spend another couple G's to do it, but I mean, you keep the water and it'll go well.
Oh yeah.
As long as it didn't break internally, I guess that'll work. But we'll give.
Oh, how about this one? Ben Haas watching the OOG of Track Shot Live. Caddy looks beautiful, buddy. Thanks for watching, brother. Missed the living heck out of you.
Ben Haas is running tonight or what?
No, he's got the caddy finish. It's on the trailer, so it sure looks like he might be running somewhere. But
Can go somewhere.
yeah, I'll tell you what, Ben's one. I miss that guy. I haven't been able to see him for a while.
Looks like we're all buttoned up there at the end of the track.
Yeah, I got a couple buddies of mine giving me grief too. I think Tick said something about a cupcake, so now I got my friends calling me Cupcake. Old Graybeard, old Brad Showard over across the river by Monticello there. I'm sure he's tuned in, sitting in his easy chair.
So, folks, please do remember, I mean, picking on Andy Hansen is totally free with Track Shot Live.
Yep.
Enjoy it. Put a smile on your face because I am absolutely privileged to be up here with such a great friend and long time great friend. So thank you guys for enjoying it and having fun and everything like that. We just thought we'd give a little twist to Track Shot Live today.
Yep, it's a good time, having fun. Unfortunately, this is the last heat of the night. Fortunately, the track's awesome and the weather's been good.
My gosh.
So, I mean, the fortunately's, I guess if that's the only unfortunately, that's the last class. I mean, what do you do?
You guys had to have enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't that we were asking for 9 hours of your day or anything like that. Come on, I'll put 2.5. Is it how long? Yeah,
8:08.
2 hours of amazing nonstop action.
That's what you want.
Green flags, and we are live on the last heat of the night, 80 stock class right here, folks.
Either they're thinking about what they're going to do or their trannies all just went out. But nope, there they go.
Wow, big old collision. Wow, did you guys just see that wagon get drilled down there? Stang took that shot. 25 come right back in, paid back something. You guys, great close action right there on our high camera.
Great shot by the 46 down here at the end.
Yep.
Yep, that's Josh. His dad was the one that, I don't know who he greased on the other end, but all I seen was a streak heading down there. He greased somebody.
Looks like a rear bumper off the track.
Well, I wish you guys could scratch your screen and smell that race fuel right now because it's getting me giddy.
It smells pretty good.
It is good.
Makes me want to have a grape jelly sandwich.
Ooh. Wait till the Snuggles comes in part of it too. Oh my goodness. Look at that over the wall.
46 just give a good one down there too. I think they're going to maybe have to do a little extraction possibly.
That's looking like that's more than a splinter over the wall there. That one's kind of up close.
Thanks, Tix. Just had another one ringing in, calling me Cupcake. Boy.
Oh my gosh.
Going to live replay here. Looks like the 61. Yeah,
He got way over that wall.
got him kind of airmailed for a second there. Nice replay, Bill, right on the money.
Gosh, we all need a friend like Bill.
He's good. Just don't chase him with the camera because the guy can really run.
Yeah.
He tried numerous times earlier on that live. And,
We tried sneaking around the corner and stuff like that, and he was like remember that the Pop the Weasel game, it's like Bill pop up over here and then we chase him and no, you ain't getting Bill.
No, he didn't want nothing to do with it.
You got to be quicker than that.
I had a private chat with him while you weren't around, and he's got good reasons.
Really?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
He's got good reasons.
Here, just thought he didn't want to be like Tix on the camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks like they're turning it around, and Looks like they're possibly pushing the 15B backwards. I don't know. Stick's broke. I don't know if he's got fuel leak or some sort of an issue. No official word, but it looks like they're pushing him on out of here. Obvious safety issue would be the only thing I can think of.
Brandon Mallon over across in Wisconsin, thanks for tuning in and watching. He's always a good, faithful one. Totally appreciate all the messages and everything.
It's nice. I must have took some of the workload off of you because whenever I message you, you never answer.
Maybe it's selective.
I know it is. I know it is.
Because you're always picking on me, telling me what I should be doing, not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Don't know exactly what's going on here. They're pulling that one car off of the side there, so
Thank you.
that one got buried deep up and in there. So how would a Hansen Motorsports drive shaft do on a concrete grind like that?
Well, I'll tell you what. So here's the thing with them. They work so great, and I've built so many of them, and they have been so instrumental for myself and so many other people to get wins. But to answer your question, they work awesome until they don't. So, do you want to know what one of the biggest leading causes of them things getting ruined is? Loaders.
Forklifts.
Yep. Somebody's off talking to the family, doing whatever they're doing, which that's what we do. And all of a sudden, there goes somebody with your car 15 feet in the air, and they're hitting every bump they can find, and you get back to the trailer, and all of a sudden, it's like, whoa. You know, that happens. But, I mean, you'd be surprised some of these cars. They'll go over that wall, and you'll pull them back off. There won't be a scratch on it. And then the next one will get just the littlest thing or hit just the littlest thing, and then it'll be out. But I try to work with almost everybody I can. Obviously, if it's a workmanship deal, not a problem. I'll get you fixed up. You know, general competition, I mean, what do you do?
Right,
You know, where do you draw
right.
the line? But sometimes I'll say, hey, you know, we'll see if we can get you a new center part. If you can change it, here you go. A few bucks here, a few bucks there. You try to work with them as much as you can. It's just, it's like anything else. I mean, there's a cotton candy stand out here. What happens if you go buy the cotton candy, when you get to the bottom and it's gone, you can't go back and complain because you don't have no more.
You can. I mean, you know, that's opportunity.
You can, but
well, you know, one of the different things is I mean, you understand this sport is of consuming parts.
oh,
And it's crazy, all these different parts people that has taken them so long to figure out. You know, you sell somebody these parts for the circle track, they're going to last all summer.
Yep. Well, let me ask you a quick question. We're going to go green. Name something Derby related in one of these cars that can't break. Thanks for your time.
Exactly. Exactly. Right.
That's what it is. I mean, you can break anything.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've had a 10-cent part take me out, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there down in the dumps, and all of a sudden you got $3,000 worth of stuff laying there in a pile. It just happens. It just is what it is.
Yep.
Name of the class, name of the sport.
There you go. Look at that shot on the track from the 46 to the 23.
That wagon's hard into the wall. Great shot by 49.
Yeah. They got a transmission, and that white one is going to go up.
There he comes, Ben Stang. He's going to stang something.
Oh!
Wow.
Yep, that was
Hard connection between.
That was a stang on, I believe,
49?
49 of Dave Marketing, and 05 of Ben Stang was she was the suddenest of stops.
Big shot by another 46.
Wow, great action here, and this track is still just a dime. Center of that track is just getting ugly out there, man. There's hits coming from every direction.
Getting in there good.
The only good thing about sitting in the center of the track is you can't get full tracked.
Only
but they're using every bit of it.
Only half tracked. Whoa.
Swing and a miss down there.
Looks like we still got 4 rocking around the track.
Yep, 49, 46, 58X, and 7.
Good swing on the rear quarter there, spun him around, got his bumper opened up. You know, something that there's a little bit of every bit of money of the tickets here sale is going to a fireman's foundation also. We've got like 7 firefighters that are going to be running derby cars in a class tomorrow, so that's really cool what they did with that, you know, to give back to the first responders and all that stuff. Wow.
Battle of the Departments or something it's called, something like that?
Yeah. I drew blank on that. I couldn't remember what they were calling it, but yeah, it's... But yeah, there's a percentage of the proceeds of every sale of a ticket goes to the, you know, to that. Oh, 46 come flying through there and back. Boy, that's nice when you got a rear end of a Ford that's folded up and you can take a full bumper shot like that and it just makes it tighter.
Yep.
You know, you just feel that in the car as a driver and you just kind of know it's doing what it's supposed to. Number 7's got that rear end going just great. Rails tipping in. Locking into the tin, taking pressure into the pillars. give all three drivers a ton of credit. They have been mixing it up. It has not been 2-on-1 anywhere.
Yep. Got water spraying out of the headers on the 46.
What's that mean? Something wrong?
Call a plumber.
I thought that was called auto coolant.
Upper cylinder.
That's a different kind of naturally aspirated.
Seven shut down, but fired right back up. '56 is struggling steering. There we go. That puts a W there.
Wow, every heat tonight was just awesome. Fast-paced, hard-hitting.
Definitely.
Yep. I'm going to bail on down there. I'm going to try to grab that winner and get that last interview. You guys have a little fun talking while I try to go grab him for the last interview here, guys.
Sounds good.
Well, what did you think about the first night at Clearwater?
I mean, it was decent action. This heat here really took a toll on the walls, it seemed like.
It was brutal.
Yeah, there was some walls that got
I would say, what, 3 or 4? I know 3 for sure.
Got a little damaged here and there, but they'll
put them back together.
Yeah, in construction terms, they'll get a guy on it. Here we got some replays here showing the 05 wagon of Ben Stang. And yeah, gets her in the driver's side corner, and then complimentary shot to the blocks after that. And there went, I think that was the 61 car. Or
run, buddy. Let's go over here.
Right over the top. Right over the top that went. Pretty good replays there.
Yeah.
Car number 49, David Martin. And the Mad Dog, car number 46, Josh Marketing. Take it away, Tix.
All right, Paul. What do you got to say on driving that thing down to the win? That was a wild run.
That was pretty fun. There's a lot of good drivers out there. Just after a while, turn around and start sending it.
Well, you know what? You took a nasty shot up front. She snooted up in one big shot and just kind of stayed there. What was your thoughts when that happened?
Try and use it less and use it back a little more.
Well, you know, the back was folding in real nice and it went straight up. Did you feel that?
A little bit, yeah. I could see the rear bumper coming up, so I knew it was working a little bit.
So the car seemed to be running real good. The driveline was real good. You got to give some thanks. Who put that mill together?
Just me, myself, and everybody at home.
Well, there you go. I'll tell you what, it held together and everything like that. What is your thoughts of the first night of Clearwater here at Chaos?
Actually, the rain came and got it real wet. These guys did an awesome job cleaning this track, and it was a really good, fast-paced track.
Yeah, it was. It held together all the way through. It was most definitely a dime. This was a wonderful track, wonderful first night. Everybody, let's not forget, there's still some cold beer, there's some food and everything like that. You got to check the cash and do some winnings.
Thanks, you.
Hey, Paul, appreciate it, man. Congratulations on it. Hey, you guys, don't forget, there's tons of things going on here. There's still food, there's still entertainment, so jump in and join.
We are back.
Yep, old Tixie's done with the on-track interview, and we're back.
Well, I'd say overall tonight, it was a lot of hard hitting, a lot of crashing. It was a fantastic derby.
Yep, decent from start to finish, no doubt.
And all of us from Track Shot can't thank you enough for, stepping in, sitting down, talking with us all tonight. It was fantabulous.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Everybody in this whole group does a dang good job.
And it's always nice seeing someone else that'll, rag up on Tix here and there.
Here comes the true cupcake right back into action.
That's peanut cupcake to you, son. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Hey, you guys, Chaos in Clearwater 2025 first night. What a success. You guys at home, thank you so much for tuning in and having fun with us. I got to lose some weight. It wasn't even like a long run or anything like that, but it's killing a fat guy. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the action at home as much as we did here. We had a ton of fun up here. Andy Hansen, once again, a driver at number 2 and 34 and whatever. 39, yep. 34.
No, just 39.
I like 34.
I don't like 34.
You don't? All right.
I got to. I have had some good friends over the years that have had that, so can't horn in on their stuff.
All right.
Numbers are hard. When you start thinking about numbers, I mean, everybody's got something,
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Right. No, and that's kind of the fun thing about it. And there's a little story behind numbers and everything like that.
Yep.
But no, it was a lot of fun having you up here and everything, and just kind of the hometown track aspect, and that was, I think that was huge. Hunter, thanks for jumping on again. He was down in Florida, had fun with some guys one time, and he said, hey, I'd like to jump back on and do it. So I was able to give Anthony some free run to go get some good social media footage and all that good stuff.
He seems to really enjoy that too.
He's good at it.
Yep.
I mean, he's really good at it. Not as good as Todd. I mean, Todd from Indy CNC is way better, but
yep.
Anthony really tries
hard. I'm sure he'll like to hear that. I'm sure he'll really like to hear that. It's great how you just build them up just to tear them down.
That's my low self-esteem that I live with. It's I got to do that. So it's super happy about that.
It's all good. No, I had fun. Thanks for having me on. It was your idea, just so everybody out there knows it was his idea. So
I did call him like, Andy, come on, but I didn't give him like a month's notice or anything. I gave him like 30-minute notice.
That wasn't too bad for you. It was good. It was basically almost a week. But then then he gets the answer he wants out of you. And then have you ever tried calling him?
Oh, he never
doesn't
picks up.
answer. Never picks up. So it's like, well, now he got me hornswoggled into it. So, but by goodness, he texted and told me what time to be here. So I was like, you're growing into your own.
And at almost 50 years old, it's about time I figured I better. So yeah. No, we did. We had a ton of fun with you, Andy, and thank you so much. And you guys, everybody out there in the track shot world, thank you. You guys understand that we have 3 weeks back to back here. We are going to be at Greeley, Colorado next weekend on Sunday, and then we go over to Lynn, Kansas. And that's a 2-day show in Lynn, or 1-day show in Lynn, Kansas. I'm sorry. It is. I mean, so we got some real good action going on and everything. So please, you guys, please stay tuned, see what's going on and everything like that. Andy Hansen, it was so much fun being on. Right there, you got the Greeley Stampede. That is next weekend. You can get on there, take a look at it, see what it's all about.
Cool place.
Oh, that place! I'll tell you what.
Place is cool.
I'll tell you what. Pulling in there and driving, it was years and years ago when I was there. When you could weld like son of a guns.
The rules always, not to get off topic, but the rules always were, if it came out of a welding gun, you could do it.
You could do
so
it.
People, if you're listening, this is a truth bomb. There was guys out there that had almost flat humps in them cars,
Yes.
and it was all wire, just back
Yes.
and forth, weaving it. But it's a cool Coliseum. Holds about $9 grand worth of people. They have 10 days of stuff out there. They alternate rodeo, concert, rodeo, bull riding, concert, and then the Derby's always the last day. I mean, when you drive in, I think I've driven there 4 times. When you drive into that place, it's like, you know, you're driving on the normal track, and then all of a sudden you start looking up, and if your car is too close to the edge of the track, you almost can't see.
Can't see.
It's a kind of a Coliseum type setting. It's actually really cool.
And it's got those overhangs that keeps the noise in there. It is like it's on your chest, just pounding and everything like that.
And then you got Lynn, Kansas. You know,
It's in a cornfield.
Talk about a cool little town. I got one of the coolest families on the planet. I'm going to give them a shout out.
Hell yes.
The Dittmers.
Dittmers.
Yep. Good old Curtis Dittmer, one of my best friends. He's got them 3 boys, Denton, Dylan, Dawson.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. And boy, I'll tell you what, them are some good people, and that's a good town. I know a lot of people in that town, and it's a pretty cool deal. And after this last comment, I'm done. But I'll tell you what, everybody watching, all the work that these guys do, all the work that Bill does, I mean, it's a lot of fun. There's no question about it. But it does not come without work.
Well,
a lot of it.
Well, thank you for those kind comments, and the thing of it is you know, thanks for, you know, trusting us and coming on here and everything like that. I mean, obviously Andy and I pick on each other and have fun and good terms and everything like that, and you know, but Andy's he's a quiet person. I mean, and you get him in the right situation, you'll hear something. But you know, the thing of it is, to get on here, it's a little bit different. It's not just like sitting.
This year was way easier, I'll tell you that. But last year, that harebrained idea you had, you know, and remember we talked about this. All his ideas are always great. But walking through that door, coming around them cables, and walking into that enclosed trailer, I'm telling you what, it's like, don't really care about the people around here because they just look through the window. But all you guys out there watching, it's before you make fun of somebody, come try it one time. It's a lot of fun, but it takes a lot of what to do it.
Well, it's we love the critics out there and everything like that. But, you know, one of the biggest things is we can't thank everybody enough. Thank you for tuning in. We got one more great night, Chaos in Clearwater. The music's kicking. There's people walking around with cold ice waters all over the place. The barbecue smells great. We're going to have something to eat. We're going to have a little bit of socializing. And but we'd like to say we can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. Thanks to all the TSL family out there. We cannot wait to show you what's to come tomorrow. You guys have a great evening and tune in again tomorrow.
Peace. Thank you.
I just videoed it. I'm gonna send it.
Everyone has to be mature, be butts and nuts, and then there's Bobby. Fucking Bobby. Bobby don't like us.